All right, our guest is here. I sent him an email to pull up, so he should have gotten his email by now. If not here, I'm going to get this show started on time. Pull it up here. This man did a double header last night. God bless him. I'm doing a double header today, so without no interruption, he'll pull up in a second, and we'll get this show started, folks. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I sent you the link, family. Oh, yeah. Gonna get his picks this week. Gonna do this right. Let's see. Here he is without any introduction.
I was waiting on you, Mace.
I said 12 your time, bro, but it's okay. We're good. We got each other now.
Yeah, I was in the chat, so I saw you. I saw what you had posted. I came over. I just said okay, and I cleared the schedule. So,
we're good, bro.
We had to wait though, Mace, because it's games go off tonight, and we got Friday game, couple of games, then we got Saturday, and I just hope guys know. Don't lose your money, man. Don't play with this stuff. This shit is very serious. It's not as easy as it looks. And people get ruined trying to do this. So, man. And on this card, man, I'm looking at the college football card, the NFL card. It's a lot of games, man. And I don't want to make the same mistake I made last time, right? And just deal with too many games. So, but we're going to come on out. Look, you know what? As much as I don't want to do it, I just have to take Nebraska at Deion. We're not even going to call them Colorado anymore, right?
Yeah, we're just going to call it Deion.
Yeah. I got to take Nebraska. Nebraska's underdog by 3. Deion feeling himself, running his mouth, shooting his fat mouth off, thinking he can't be beat. I got to take Nebraska. I'll just have to, and I'm going to put that out as the top choice. Nebraska over Deion minus the
dancing Deons.
Plus the 3.
I got you.
They got them as 3-point favorites, and I just take my chances. Yeah, I know they got a lot of big recruits. We was talking about the wide receiver, and they got a lot of big, fast guys. I don't care. I'm taking Nebraska to go in there and win that game and shut them down. And, because they deserve it. Now, another team that in the college football line, and we're only really doing one choice. I got to hop on this Alabama minus the 7 at Texas going to Alabama. I know Texas almost beat them, but this is classic Nick Saban. And I know he's not the same guy, but the classic Nick Saban, when you think this guy's going to lose or it's a little small, like 7 points, this is normally when he wins 43-3.
I think so too, bro.
Yeah, that's normally how it goes. So I got to add that to the top. That's a top pick.
Okay.
So we're taking Alabama minus the 7, top pick, Nebraska going in and defeating Colorado. And I'm looking at. Do you know they got Colorado ranked?
Wow, this is Deion Sanders.
They got Deion ranked. Yes, I'm looking at it says 25th. Can you believe that?
I can't believe it, man. I can't, bro.
Yeah, I can't even believe that.
I can't believe that shit, man. Goddamn. So you got Nebraska plus 3, Bama minus 7.
Okay, and then we got another interesting game, Utah defeating Florida, going to Baylor. Baylor losing his quarterback. Baylor losing to, I think, Texas State.
Yeah.
We're going to hop on Baylor, but we just don't take the points plus the 7.5.
Yeah, I got it right here.
Now, Baylor will probably win, but just a safe way to go is just take those 8 points and let the public, boost up Utah. You might even go up a little bit higher than that. Let the public hop all over Utah. Baylor, they're terrible. and Baylor at home. They should keep it with Utah on the road. They should keep it within an 8-point score. Maybe, you can't guarantee to win these games, but we'll just go ahead and just take those 8 points. That's the second choice, Mace. That would be the second choice. Okay. Baylor plus the 7.5. Another game that hopped off the board for me was this Tulane. Tulane, I think they went 10-1. Ole Miss, Lane Kiffin beat them pretty bad at Ole Miss. He's going to Tulane. You get 8 points. Man, it's telling me to go ahead and take them points, man. It's like going to be a dog day afternoon this weekend, bro. Just take them 8. Ole Miss Rebels going to Tulane, take the 7, take the 8 points. Right, don't take the money line, just take the 8 points. And let's just say, hey, Ole Miss wins, but they don't win by more than 8. Another game I think that you might like, Mace.
Ole Miss minus 8 or plus 8?
Take Tulane plus the 8. Tulane. Okay, Tulane. We taking Tulane and we taking Baylor plus the points.
Yeah, I got Tulane. I got Baylor.
Okay. And that would be now, you know what? I got that down as an opinion. Okay, we'll just keep the Tulane game as an opinion. But another top choice, and I guess you could say we got 3 top choices. We're going to take the Miami Hurricanes.
Okay.
To win the game outright. Texas A&M. Texas A&M going to Miami.
Yeah.
4 points. Miami's a dog. Take Miami at home. Beat the Texas A&M. What are the A&M what?
Aggies.
The Aggies. Beat the Aggies. Okay, so you'll put that out there. And then another one for guys who've done this stuff for a long time, the Blue Turf, Boise State at home, Central Florida, blowing out Kent State, or blowing the doors, going to Boise State at home on that Blue Turf, knowing who they had to compete with Washington, and the quarterback came through, blew them out. They don't have to contend with that type of a quarterback, but Boise should at home. After that test, that team should be ready, and I'll go so far as to say they'll win the game. They'll beat Central Florida, at the Boise arena, whatever.
At the Blue Turf.
At the Blue Turf, that's the second choice.
Okay, how many? What's that again? Minus what?
Boise plus the 4.
Oh, okay, Boise's underdog at home. Okay.
Yeah, you're not getting. Yeah, they're not getting. That's another thing. Linemaker's not giving you anything. That makes you wonder. You don't want to give you now. You know what I'm saying? He must know something.
Yeah.
Give me 14. Give me 21. 4 points. So he must know something. So we'll take Boise. And this week looks like a lot of people, and people are going to do this anyhow, are going to start grabbing these dogs because the public, they, basically 2 weeks and a lot of the favorites and a lot of blowouts. Public is ready to be gutted because they're going to come in hopping on all of these large numbers. Yeah. And these dogs are going to come in and win this money. So we got Boise plus the 4. And that's a second choice. We got Baylor plus the 8. That's the second choice. Alabama minus the 7, top choice. Dion, well, no, we got Nebraska plus the 3. That's the top choice. An opinion.
And Miami plus 4, top choice.
And there you go, and Miami. And then we got the Rebels.
Baylor plus 8, Tulane plus 8, Boise State plus 4.
And I'm going to stop there. And to be honest with you, that's really too many. I'm going to stop there, though. Playing a full card on Saturday. There's conversations about Notre Dame. People are saying go against Notre Dame.
Yeah.
As much as I hate to hear that, saying Notre Dame's going to lose. So
Carolina
we'll see.
State got a quarterback that's going to be a top 20 pick in the draft. So
you like him? What do you think about Notre Dame? You like them? You like this matchup?
Yeah, I do. I think Notre Dame. I think Notre Dame could win, but it'll be there. But NC State will cover the 7.
Okay. Okay, you would just take. I got you. Just take the points. I got you.
Yeah.
Now let's switch it over to the pros. Okay. Obviously, we got Kansas City, Detroit tonight, opening night for the NFL. Current Super Bowl champion, Kansas City Chiefs. We got a Kelsey who might play, no matter what, if he plays, he'll be all juiced up. He won't be the same guy.
No.
Overreaction by the public, way too much. They moved the line 3 points. Now you can get Kansas City 4.5.
Yeah.
-5, one score at home. Banner, no Eric Bieniemy. I'm sorry, I got to go with Pat Mahomes. I know about Detroit. Detroit, they're a good team, underrated. Got to go with Pat. I think Pat Mahomes, when his back is against the wall, it's something about this guy. He just shows up. He's not like these other quarterbacks. You can't put him in the same category. When you take stuff from him, he gets better. So I think he'll be even better tonight. I think Kansas City will win this game. At 7, I think Kansas City will win this game 38-20, something like that. Not sold on the Kansas City defense, but at home, I think he'll just outscore them. They'll just put too many points on the board too quick, and Detroit just won't be able to keep up with that. So that would be my top choice tonight. Okay. -5, Kansas City, right out the gate.
4.5. The 4.5.
4.5, right out the gate. -4.5. Take Kansas City, top choice.
Yep, I got it.
Okay, we got another thing make you happy, Mace. We got Miami at the LA Chargers. Believe it or not, I'm going to back the Miami Dolphins going into LA and winning this game. +3. Wow. I think they're getting 3 points.
They're getting 3. Yeah, I would play the over/under on that one too. It's only 44.
Okay.
I think those teams are going to score a lot of points.
I think this is a good chance for Miami coming in healthy, and it may be shocking the Chargers. I don't think the Chargers are bad. I don't particularly like to bet against them, but I think Miami can hold their own.
Yeah, they always let us down.
Okay, well, let's hope they do this. Let's hope that they let us down Sunday, okay, because we're going to be rocking with the Dolphins. And that'll be my second choice. And then we got the old Frisco at Pittsburgh, and Pittsburgh's +2. And Mike Tomlin as an underdog it's setting up so obvious. Mike Tomlin as an underdog, he tends to win. All they got to do is win the game. I'm not sold on Kenny Pickett, and we don't even know if Brock Purdy is going to be the same guy. It's a lot of question marks. I'm gonna put that out as an opinion, but no, Mace, I'm sorry. I can't do it. No, I'm going to do it. Fuck it. I'll just have to go ahead and bite this. We'll go ahead and take the Steelers +2 as an opinion. But I just got a lot of questions about this game, and I'm trusting my instinct. Mace, they're just not going to be a good team this year. Pittsburgh's not, and Mike's going to be caught with his hand in the cookie jar. He doesn't have a quarterback, Mike, and Mace, and I don't see him being able. He's not going to be able to get one this year, so I don't know what he's going to do. But we'll find out, right? And with Joey Bosa and the Frisco defense, we'll see how it works out for him. I don't think that's going to work out good, but we'll just see that. I just put it out as an opinion. And we got the Monday night game. Aaron Rodgers, Cooks, Jets, a lot of yapping, a lot of talking. We're going to go ahead and give the Jets their credit. We'll say early on they'll give you something, but I think that's the problem with those guys is age. And I think on into a season, you're going to see that they're older guys, both of them. And I don't know how much they can really help that team. But coming in new, a fresh team, a fresh Jets, a Buffalo team, with Josh Allen, I go ahead and lean to the Jets to win that game, that Monday night game.
That's Jets +2.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I'll hold it at that, man. I'll hold it at that with the NFL. Just Kansas City on Thursday tonight. Sunday, we going
Miami.
Dolphins Dolphins what? +3.
+3, yeah.
And opinion, Frisco, Pittsburgh. We're going with Pittsburgh.
Okay.
And then you got the Dallas Giants game.
I like Dallas outright in that one. Me
Okay,
personally.
that's the late game, right?
Yeah, that's Sunday night. Yeah, 7:30 your time.
Okay. And that's going to be the picks, Mace. Oh, let me get you this right here, Mace. I did this right here. Oh, let me put this in your thing.
Okay.
Now, Mace, do you know how to go into the inside of your thread? I can't do it because it's your thread.
Like,
okay, let's say, take this right here. Take this right here. Take that. Not okay. Well, hold up. I gotta cut it. It's saying it's too big. Hold up. I gotta cut it. Okay, right here. All right. Inside your thread, Mace, okay. It's a inside your thread, it is a bunch of tabs, right? And one says hashtags, and that's after the adult thing. You just like says show more. It'll say tags, and then you got the write up itself, and you can put this in there. I would send it on email, but I can just send it. It doesn't matter because all you got to do is just copy this and just update it each week. And we're still in the infant stages, so you just put them together right here.
Yeah.
Just right there, and you see those tags: sports gambling, online gambling, college football picks. Just slide those hashtags. Just take that and then delete the 2 comments I made. Just delete them. Yeah. And put them inside your thing, and that
my folder. Yeah. Okay.
And get this thing. That'll get this thing hovering, and it'll be hovering around. So when people go and looking up for picks, they'll slowly click on it. Now, if we win, we certainly will bring people over. If we win, but that's what it's required. So we cut it back, Mace. There's plenty of games on the board. Once again, just gotta tell guys this stuff's not. It's really not for fun, man. It's really very serious because guys lose everything, lose their wives, the everything. This stuff's nothing to play with, and it's meant to. It's set up like that. The CFL, the NFL, it's set up like that to make you to lure you into thinking, oh, it's easy money. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's not. So that's why you really need people who take time out, study this stuff, look at both sides of the game, look at the line, and say, okay, this is the way I'm gonna go. Just like that Notre Dame. The Notre Dame game is going to be an absolute slaughter. The public is going to get gutted because everybody's going to be on Notre Dame. And like you said, if they win, they only probably win by 3 points. They're not going to win by 8 points. This Alabama game, a lot of people think Texas is going to stay with them. He's probably going to put 45 to 3 up. And it's so classic. You see it all the time. Whenever you think they're going to, I'm talking about, I know about the Georgia. Whenever any of those teams look like they might have a chance, Ole Miss 5-0 going to Alabama, you know what I'm saying? They look like they might beat them. He blows them out. Game over at the half. And I think that's what we're going to see today. I'm going to see that with Boise. Blue turf, 50 points. Central Florida, as strong as they looked last week, just unstoppable.
They sure did.
Yeah, go into Boise and they probably be lucky to get a field goal. Mm-hmm. That's how this stuff goes. That's why, and it's maddening. It can drive you literally insane because it's almost impossible to predict this stuff. But we're gonna go ahead and go with what we got, man. And that's what's up, Mace.
Yeah, man. I feel you. Hey, let me ask you this. I was gonna say, now that we do, this is working. and I know it's working. I'm not worried about it. I mean, my honest opinion is, I think the smaller, like, I think you're giving a great amount of games. If in the future, if you want to do that, continue, it's no problem with me. And I think to this group of games you picked this week are just me, are home runs, man. All home runs.
Oh, I hope so. That's what we're trying. That's what we're trying to do, Mace. We're trying to pick the winners. And the part of this stuff is discipline, right? And it's you have to leave money on the table. There's a bunch of games. Man, you got Ohio State's playing a doormat. You got Michigan. I think they're playing a doormat. They got to win by 36.
Michigan got UNLV 36 points again.
Yeah, man. I'm saying it's a lot out there, man, to entice you into, hey, let me get this Michigan game, Ohio State game. So now I just looked at them, and let's talk about the Deion game, man. It's
go ahead, man. I love it.
With everybody kissing his butt, man. It's hard not to, and there's somebody said they said white dudes or a lot of dudes hate Deion and stuff. I don't think anybody hates Deion. I just think people don't
hate out there, man.
Well, I just think a lot of people don't think he can coach. Now, I'm sorry, man. You guys got to show me. I got to see more. And I don't even know how much he's even involved with the X's and O's. I know he's the front man, and we get it. Mace, you cannot deny a recruit going to him versus, like you were saying,
Nick Saban. They're gonna go to him.
Yeah, there you go. You got Nick Saban. You got Deion. You got Deion with his baseball hat on. You got Deion with his legacy. He's cool, and you got Nick Saban. He's old country white boy. The young recruit probably is going to lean toward Deion, right? Which is fine. Deion has an appeal, but I think if you looked at NFL, if you looked at football long enough, some of these guys can really coach. And I'm not saying that this guy from Nebraska is some type of good coach. I didn't say that. I just said some of these guys can coach. We saw that with Herm Edwards and the guy from Michigan, whatever, Eastern Michigan. That guy from Eastern Michigan, you could say what you want. He outcoached the Arizona State. And Arizona State got outcoached last week. They got outcoached. And Arizona State, they're supposed to win by 30 this week. Arizona State, they're not able to do. They don't have a quarterback. Take it from me. Right. I watched Arizona State on Fubo. Yeah. I watched Arizona State, and that quarterback is about as inaccurate as you can get. And let me tell you something. This guy's throwing the ball behind the receiver, over the receiver's head. I'm talking about guys who are wide open. He's throwing uncatchable football. He's guys are out of bounds catching the ball. That's a 3rd and 8. Guys wide open going down sideline. He throws the ball way too high. They got a punt. And they're supposed to be able to beat a team by 30 points. I'm just saying, when you sit back and look at this stuff from a mathematical standpoint, they can't do that. And they're supposed to win this week, I think, by 30. I don't believe that. I don't think they'll be able to do it. So, I mean, if I have the time and if I'm available, if I'm home and I see that game, I'm going to be watching that game because that's how you make money at this stuff. And let me just say, I just don't want young guys to get into this stuff and not realize what they're getting into. This is grown man stuff, man. It's just like drinking. It's just like drinking. I wouldn't tell you to drink if you've never drank before. You got to know what you're doing because it can ruin your life. This thing can ruin your life if you don't know what you're doing because you got to be disciplined and you got to know what you're doing. But I've done this enough, and I'm telling you that ASU, I'm going to be watching that team until that linebacker makes the adjustments. He hasn't done that. And I think he's deliberately doing that to seduce people to put money on Arizona State. I don't know why.
Plat, let's go over it. I know the pros. Let's do the college one more time. Top choices. Nebraska +3. Bama -7. Baylor +8. Hurricanes +4. Second choice, Boise State +4. Tulane +8. And what's the other one?
We got the Tulane. You got the Utah. You got the Baylor, right?
Yeah. Baylor's in the top choice. Yeah.
Okay, we got Texas A&M at Miami. We got Miami.
Yeah, we got that one. Yeah.
Central Florida at Boise.
We got
that one. Okay. Ole Miss.
Got Tulane.
Okay. We got Utah at Baylor. We got
yeah.
Texas at Alabama, and we got
that one.
Nebraska at Deion. So
that's it.
Those are three. It's 1, 2. It's 3 top choices, 2 second. Well, 1 second choice. No, 2 second choices and 1 opinion.
And which game is the opinion?
The opinion is the Ole Miss game.
Okay, I got it now.
And the only reason I'm going with that game is Lane Kiffin is an asshole. And I think Tulane wants him to come. He's going to come there. And we was just talking about him. This is a guy who's not going to mess around with you. If you don't come prepared, he'll put 100 points on the board. He doesn't care.
I'm right.
So I think Tulane's going to play extra. And Tulane's a good team. I didn't get on them last week, but they covered. And this is early. Tulane's a good team that you can rock with. And I think he'll keep the game close. I don't think they'll beat. I don't think Notre Dame and I don't think Ole Miss. I don't think those teams will lose, but I think that they will not. They won't. They'll win by a field goal or something like that. But they're not going to blow. They're not going to beat the team by 8 points.
Okay.
Yeah, and even this Kansas City game, we're going to watch the public. I can't believe the public is mostly on Detroit. I can't believe that. Why does everybody like Detroit so much?
Because last year they finished strong and they want to see the Lions. You know what I'm saying? I think
against Kansas City at home.
Yeah, a lot of people, they're jealous of Mahomes.
at home.
I know. I don't get it either, man.
Yeah, I don't get. Yeah, why would they lose? Why would they like the best? The guy was the league MVP. And I hope guys really look at this like we're looking at a guy who wanted to have the shackles taken off of him. And they got rid of Eric Bieniemy. They said basically they got rid of Eric Bieniemy. So Pat Mahomes has no other than Andy Reid. Let's be for real. Nobody who's going to he doesn't have to check in with the offensive coordinator. You know that. Why would he? He's a fucking league MVP, Super Bowl MVP, I think twice. He's the face of the league now. So now with that, you get a lot of calls, just like Tom Brady used to get all of those home cooking. What do you think Kansas City's going to be getting that? And that's another thing. The league likes it. They like Pat Mahomes. They like this guy. So they're going to promote this guy. The commissioner's on the phone talking to the officials. Like there's no reason to he's not arguing with the officials. It's what you don't say. You can say it, but you don't say it. It's like, hey, make sure my guy's taken care of. I.e., I didn't see that holding call. Oh, that phantom holding call on the receiver. We saw that in the Super Bowl. That phantom hold. It was a holding, but they threw the flag, and they won the game because they threw the flag. So now I don't think it's a slam dunk, though. I didn't say that none of them are slam dunk. But I just hope that line, I just hope it stays right around 7, 5, or 6. And it's going to be a good opening night tonight at Kansas City.
Hey,
And we're gonna rock with the Dolphins. We're gonna ride. We got to be with Tua. You're gonna finally see some the Ram guy. What's the guy? The defender y'all got, the cornerback.
no, he's out. Jalen Ramsey's out to December.
What happened to him?
He tore he ruptured his knee first day of training camp. No joke. He ain't coming back to December. Ocean View Coffee Crew, he's a fan of yours. He says, just like the fake Kelsey injury, LL is in here. He likes that you're the man that's basically running this. And Ocean View's Coffee Crew said, Plat, it's because of the fake Kelsey injury. He said that's why the points pressed down.
Well, I got you on that. I don't think it's a fake injury, though. I mean,
Plat's picks are scrolling on the screen right now. So look at the red scroll and you'll see Plat's picks for this week. There they go. Nebraska plus 3 over Dion. Bama -7 over Texas. Baylor plus 8 against Utah. Miami Hurricanes plus 4 over the Texas A&M Aggies. And he has Boise State plus 4 at home, which I think is unreal. And he has Tulane plus 8 against Ole Miss. Pros, KC -4.5 tonight. Miami plus 3 on Sunday. Jets plus 2 on Monday night. In his opinion, Steelers plus 2.5 against the 49ers. There you go.
And a lot of times it's the ones you don't play, man. Even with the Michigan, Ohio State, both of them kicking off 12 o'clock on Saturday. You know,
the Big Ten teams always do.
Well, I'm saying you want to pick one. So what I'm saying is it's the ones you don't pick. You want to stay away from certain games. I'll tell you a game that unfortunately I got to stay away from. Washington. I like my Huskies because I like the quarterback, right? I like to watch this guy.
Yeah.
But 34 point favorites.
Yeah, I just passed out.
It's too high. It's too high for that defense. Because they just don't, they're not equipped like that. They'll win games, but 34 points to hold the other team to, that's just hard to do.
And we see this. Yeah, go ahead, Plat. Keep talking.
No, we see with USC. USC covered because they didn't cover the first week. They covered this week.
No.
Yeah,
they buried them this week.
Yeah, USC's trying to. They got to win by 39 or something like that. USC, which I think they'll do, but you have to make up your mind, and you just got to pick one, and you just got to ignore the rest, and you can just check the box score later on. This Alabama game, classic American football game rivalry. This will be the game of the week. Isn't game day? Game day is going to be in Alabama, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll be in Alabama. So Lee Corso, putting that elephant's that's us, but that's our tradition though, right?
Yeah, that's what coach does. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm just saying to fans, if you're a fan, it's like life, man. Football, man. It's just living American, your American life, and
that's the way I look at it too, man.
You watch all the young people. What I love about college football is you see all the people at the beginning of their young, youthful life. You see the cheerleaders, you see the fans and guys in college and the guys out there playing and they're in college, and you see the promise, and it's the way the stuff's set up, and the guy makes a touchdown. Yeah, it's just what you're trying to get out of it, and that's why the money can get in the way, and so that's what I mean. It's very. I just hope people know what they're doing, because you can't now. I'll say this again. Know what you're doing. We're doing our best to win games, but don't just come here and take my picks, put money on it, and then you lose, and then you're upset because I didn't win. I can't win on. That's impossible. I can just give you my opinion, and you know what, you can rock while we win, and you only want to take one or two And that's what this is to supplement what you've been doing. If you've already been out there picking games, there might be a game out there that you might be questioned about. You say, well, you know what, that guy on the internet, he said take Baylor and Utah, and Baylor, Utah is a classic game. If you're a gambler or if you're a handicapper or if you like to wager, it's classic. You're getting 8 points. Baylor's at home. They didn't play well last week. They lost their quarterback last week. The public's against them. Utah played well. They beat Florida, which is automatically they're already coming off a high. Right. But now they're on the road. Now they got to go travel on the road, and they got to play a team that's getting beaten up in the press at home and being questioned. So in this classic college football, I think these guys are going to show up. Now, will they win? Possibly they won't win, but I think they can make it a 3-point game, and it's going to shock a lot of people. And with the public, and I think 70% of the public is back in Utah. And when that starts to happen, because there are no guarantees. When you start looking at people, they thinking it's guarantees, you run into that buzzsaw. It's just like we just saw that with Deion. Didn't we just see that with Deion? Who in their right mind thought that he could beat TCU? Yeah, but he did it.
In there and beat them. And I'll tell you something else, Plat. You're not going to play this game. I would play Washington plus -5 touchdowns against Tulsa. I would do that, but that's not on the board, folks. My picks, if you care, I got the Miami Hurricanes, like Plat does, winning outright in this rematch with Texas A&M. The referees gave them the game last year in College Station. This time they come into South Florida on Saturday. I love the Hurricanes +4, and I know you guys going to think I'm crazy, but I'm going to roll with my boys another week. I'm taking Jacksonville State. That's right. I'm 2-0 with them, plus 14.5.
Mace, not to bust your bubble, Mace. I wouldn't touch that game. I just wouldn't. It's not wise to bet against Coastal. Coastal's a good team, man. Coastal, UTSA, the Bobcats, those teams are weird. They win games. They're weird teams. You don't expect those teams to be doormats, but they win games. I wouldn't. Yeah, I don't pull triggers against Coastal. I don't pull. I don't bet against Old Dominion, Coastal Carolina, UTSA, Liberty. Just don't mess with those teams, man, because it's hard to predict them, and you never know about them. You never hear anything about them, but they win. And even your JSU, I got you. JSU is a winning team, but I don't know about that. I think Coastal will win the game.
Okay.
But I got you, man. 3-0. You never know. You never know.
With my Jacksonville State boys. You know me. I'm trying to get there with them. That'd be nice if they can go 3-0. And, then I'll see who they play next week. Ocean View Crew said, Colorado can't stop the run, and that's all Nebraska does is run the ball. That is fact.
Yeah, that quarterback that's a real running, quote unquote, running back playing quarterback position, right? Mm-hmm. That guy.
Yeah.
And I don't think people realize how hard there's another thing with this Minnesota, and I know if you're not like in that area, people don't realize that Minnesota is not a pushover.
No,
Minnesota's a hard team to beat, and
the alumni of our good buddy, Iman Perry, the graduate from the Gophers, still lives in Minneapolis.
Okay.
Anyway, let me just tell my pro picks real quick. We got an audience again today, Plat. Thank you, bro. My picks for the pros: Pittsburgh plus 2.5 to win outright at home against San Francisco. Dallas -3.5 to win outright against the Giants. And my other game is Green Bay. I got it at 2.5. I'm gonna stick with it. Right now it's a point, but I'm taking the Packers plus 2.5 against the Bears. And this is my throwing pick. This is for people who want to bet something. Take the Dolphins and Chargers. Take the over at 43 points. Can't believe that game is just 43 points over under. Take the over. Those two teams are going to score.
I got you, Mace, on the Green Bay Bears game. I think Justin Fields got him some receivers. I do like the Packers, though. I think overall, I do think that's a wonderful team. And I'm going to say this again. They have no problem. They upgraded that position. They're better. I mean, they're better, yeah.
You wasn't up here last night. You was doing your doubleheader. I got a lot of flack from the Dion contingent up here last night and the Mike Tomlin crew.
Man, I'm gonna tell you, bro. Okay? That's all I got to say. You got.
I just know this. How you feel about Tomlin? I understand how you feel. As far as Dion goes, I understand how you feel. I'm being real about this. I know how you feel. The hype is ridiculous. I mean, all the brothers are wearing Colorado caps and bullshit. You got these guys who don't even talk about sports, bragging about how great of a coach Dion is. But I will say this again. When Dion goes to the Big 12 next year, folks, he will be the king in that conference because everybody left. If there's no Oklahoma and no Texas, they're going to the SEC next year, Dion is going to run the Big 12. But you know what they all said to me last night? Let me hear your opinion. They think that Dion's going to jump pro. You believe that?
Nah, not now. I get Dion. If first of all, we got to see what happens with his son. So because if his son does a year, say this son, because they're talking, somebody said Heisman candidate, say his son leaves for the NFL next year or something like that. What is Dion gonna do? You know, I think Dion, he should stay in college. You know, Colorado got money.
Yeah.
You know, it's up to him, you know. I mean, he wants to be a college football guy, but pro's completely different type of game. Nah, he's not gonna go there.
And I'll go a step further with something that people don't talk about because people don't realize this stuff. Remember how the NFL in the 2022 draft at the Combine slighted all of the HBCU kids, didn't give them no opportunity. They even pick a HBCU kid in the 22 draft. That was the sticker to Dion. And Dion said that. He said that the NFL don't like me anymore, that they did that to my kids. And he said he'll never forgive the NFL about that.
Now, Dion's delusional. No, those guys are not that good. And that's why they're at those schools. Now, you can bring into the race factor, go ahead. But if you can play, you know, you can get to these big schools. Those guys aren't that good. And they don't realize when you look at the NFL, like 2% of the guys get a chance to get even drafted. You got the XFL, you got the Arena Football League, you got the CFL. It is so many guys who, if you want to play if you want to play professional football, semi-pro, those doors are open. There are guys, you can go look at the CFL. There are guys in the CFL right now, guys who play on the edge, who are 275, 6'7", you know, lifting weights, benching 400 pounds, you know, but they're not good enough to play in the NFL. They're big guys, but man, you know, pound for pound, man to man, they're not good enough. They're just not good enough. They get blocked. They hold. They're too slow. They don't And maybe if you shook it up, maybe one or two could play, but for the most part, you have to trust the process. When you talk about SWAC and all of those guys are not that good, man.
You're right.
So it's got nothing to do with Deion. The NFL actually likes, I think the NFL likes Deion. I think college football, they like Deion.
I think Deion is
game day went to Jackson State last year.
a couple of times. They've been there a couple of times.
How could they say you don't like him? Lee Course, they go to Jackson State.
No, I said the pros have issues with him. That was coming from his mouth, not me.
He's just running his mouth. They don't care. First of all, they don't need Deion. They don't need his son. Man, people don't realize the NFL. That thing is set up, man. That's about making money. When you look at tonight, I want you guys to take a look at tonight. It's going to be an event, and I'm telling you, the coronation of Patrick Mahomes. He's the face of the league now. Yep. Everything we saw with Tom Brady
is now him,
and he deserves it. This is how they market their product. Yep. This is how they make their money.
Yep.
This guy, and I'm telling you, he deserves it. He's going to get those calls.
Yeah.
He's going to get those phantom calls. Oh, where'd that come from? Oh, flag. Oh, hold the wide receiver.
In the championship game, and it happened last year in the Super Bowl.
He deserves it. Why can't we, and what kills me about black people, we don't know how to accept this stuff. We're so used to this stuff going against us. We don't know how to accept it. You're going to see tonight, you're going to see a guy, an anointing, Patrick Mahomes, face of the league, best quarterback. I personally think this guy should throw 75 touchdowns this year. Record touchdown. One thing you cannot do with him, it don't matter who they line up for him. He's going to put the ball in their hands.
Yep.
He lost Tyreek Hill. He lost that guy. And look at him. He still took a team to the Super Bowl.
A year ago, when the Dolphins got Tyreek Hill, these Dolphin fans were running their damn mouths as usual about, oh, he got Andy Reid. And I just put it out point blank out there. What Andy Reid did the second he got rid of Tyreek Hill was break Patrick Mahomes down completely and rebuilt him to a complete quarterback. And Plat, I'm with you. He's going to have his best year this year. Matter of fact, the best of him is coming now. So get ready for it. And you know how he's proven it? To prove my point, look at the receivers he has. None of them are top 70 in the NFL. And he won a Super Bowl with these kids.
Mm-hmm.
I don't put Kelsey there because Kelsey's a tight end. We know he got Kelsey. That's a security blanket. But when it comes to these other dudes, no one know their names. But they do what Patrick Mahomes tells them to do. Patrick Mahomes took out $2 million of his own money last year and this year and flew his players down to his Texas ranch to work out with him.
That's good for the team, good for morale.
Thank you, Ocean View. I put it up what he just said.
and we hope, hold up, even if they lose tonight, because there are no guarantees, he's still the face of the league.
Best quarterback in the world.
Yeah. And I mean, he's just, it's somebody's going to hold that position. He deserves it. Let's rock with it instead of trying to fight it. Let's rock with it. I think with Deion Sanders, a lot of people try to make him, anoint him when he doesn't even deserve it.
I agree with that.
Yeah, Deion doesn't deserve this stuff. And look, we're not mad at Deion that he won. He won, Deion. You know. Well, we don't love him. We're not mad at him though, but we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Again, I think next year, folks, and you're hearing this from me first, quote me on this. Write it down. Today is what, September 7th at 1:55 Eastern Daylight Time. Deion will rule the Big 12. He's the best recruiter. He's living in Dallas. He's from the Fort Myers area in South Florida. Okay, he will get the best players from both Texas and Florida. And that's how you build your team. You get it from those two markets, Florida, South Florida, and Texas. And Deion is going to dominate recruiting. Going to dominate recruiting. And a weak league too. That's why I don't see Deion leaving for the pros. What Deion's going to do, he's going to challenge Nick Saban for titles. That's what he's going to do. And I will say this now. I don't see Deion winning ridiculous amount of titles, but I definitely see Deion winning 2 national titles at Colorado. I do. Easy.
Well, good that you think that, brother. You know, time will tell.
It's going to be right now. I can see it 3-4 years from now. Not right now.
Well, brother, you know, you certainly have a right to believe that, you know, and I'm not up here to dispute it. I mean, if that's what you believe, you know, I personally just have no faith in the guy. I don't think the guy's a coach. I think if I was a part of Colorado, I'd fire him right now. He's a waste of time. He's a clown. He's more of a mascot. He's not a coach. He doesn't know what he's doing. He's just an idiot. And he shouldn't even have that position. Now, I shout him out. He has a son. His son's, I said that during the spring game. His son's accurate. I said, hey, man, whoever this guy is, I don't watch his team, but I watched him during that spring game, and I said, this dude can throw the football. He throws a lot of accurate balls. And I'm not ready. I'm going to. I'm not doing it now, but I am going to accuse him of just eating off his son. I haven't done that yet, but I'm going to do that. Yeah, he's just eating off his son. He's a clown. He's got a decent quarterback of a son, and he's eating off of him, pretending to be a coach. He's an idiot. And we're going to see Sunday. Right. Look, man, I watched football enough. I look at a head coach. I look at a guy who breaks down X and O's, the guys who makes halftime's adjustment, or guys who out coaches the other guy. Deion is a drum major. That's all he does. He can lead the band at the halftime. Bum, 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 bap, bum, 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 bop.
God damn.
I mean, come on, man. Why do people want him to be something he can't be?
Damn, Platinum.
And we're going to see that. We're going to see it Sunday, okay? We're going to see it Sunday.
Welcome, man.
You're going to see a guy literally get his ass taken apart Sunday. You're going to watch the Colorado Buffaloes get their asses taken apart piece by piece and put back together. They're not a good team, man. They're not a good team. And Nebraska's not a good team. But you're going to see a clinic. You're going to see this guy outcoach Deion. You're going to see Deion looking stupid at the half, stammering at the halftime, and then you'll see him after the game making a bunch of excuses.
I'm going to leave this alone. Folks, remember, these are not my comments. I just said my comments about Deion about 5 minutes ago. This is not me, okay? So I don't want the Deion lovers to come at me.
And you got the same thing with Mike Tomlin. You got a guy who should have been fired 4 years ago. He's going to be looking stupid. And I really don't. I'm going to go ahead and say he'll win this game opening day. They tend to win on opening day.
Plat, I think, honestly, bro, you got a lot of your supporters from your channel in here, and you're beginning to turn them off with this Deion hate.
I don't hate Deion. I'd say that about any bad coach.
They don't know that, but
I don't care. Okay, Mace, I don't care what they think. I don't hate Deion. I know football. You can like him all you want. I don't know why you like him. There are so many guys in the NFL. There's so many guys in college football. There are good guys. There are bad guys. Look at Kirby Smart. He wins. Kirby wins. Kirby doesn't walk around with hats on and jumping up and down. He wins football games. Look, that's what a head coach does. The stuff Deion does, he's not a head coach, and he's up there running his mouth talking about the NFL don't want to draft black college players because of him. He's nuts. That's stupid. Nobody cares. They don't need Deion. When you look at the NFL, they don't need Deion. They don't need Deion to be a coach in the NFL. We're talking about billions of dollars. They don't need no Deion Sanders. They don't need his son. They don't need his son. That's That's him.
And
no, I'm not going to be seduced into the belief that this guy is more than what he is. We're going to see traditional. And another thing, they're a bad team, and then they're favored. You guys like that, you don't wake up overnight and become a good team. He's not. We'll see. That's all I got to say. We'll see. And the only time we can do is find out Sunday. And Mike, I don't even get why guys think these guys. What's the big deal about Mike Tomlin? He's been in the league 15, 16 years. He hadn't won anything. He hadn't been in the Super Bowl in 15 years. He hadn't won a playoff game. If it wasn't for Ben, he probably would have been fired. Ben's second year out. He doesn't have a quarterback. He sat up there on that stage. He sat up there doing that news conference and whined, talking about why don't you bring up this guy and that guy when guys were talking about you might get fired. Pittsburgh didn't give him a contract. He doesn't have a contract. Pittsburgh is getting rid of him. They're looking at him now saying, okay, but they haven't signed him.
5-year extension.
When did he get it?
Got it last year.
No, Deion Sanders.
Oh, I'm talking
they was talking about his contract.
No, I'm talking about
they were talking about Mike's contract this year, and he said, we'll wait and see, because they were saying they didn't give him an extension.
Hey, Plat, do me a favor. Entertain the audience for a second. I'm going to get me some water. I'll be right back. They're listening to you, Plat. Keep talking.
Look, Deion is what he is, man. If you like it, I love it. He's one coach out of 68. So it's up to you, man. It's your Saturday to sit back. You can watch you some Michigan State. You can watch you some Alabama. You can watch some SEC, some Pac-12. You can watch your old college team, maybe their MAC team or their SWAC team. It's up to you, man. I personally don't get it. When you look at Lane Kiffin, he's one of those guys. I don't think Lane Kiffin is a good coach. Lane Kiffin went to Tennessee. He went to USC. He went to FIU. He went to as offense coordinator with Alabama. I think he ate off his father, Monte Kiffin, and he used his father's name to get opportunities that most people could never get. He's supposed to be this genius. Where have you seen him as a genius? And every time he starts to win, he crumbles. When it comes down to pressure, he crumbles. He's going to go into Tulane, and he might even lose that game. So, there's a bunch of overrated dudes. That's why I said, well, Deion's not the only one. Lane Kiffin is a classic example. There are people who are rabid fans of Lane Kiffin. And you said, why? What's the big deal about Lane Kiffin? Oh, man, he's like, well, because his daddy used to be a defensive coordinator at Tampa Bay. That means because his daddy's good. He ate off his daddy. And let's look at 49ers. Kyle Shanahan, what's so good about him? Because his daddy used to be a coach. Yeah. And his dad, if his dad still deals with that offense. He still runs a lot of plays that his dad's old now. He probably can't even, from a health standpoint, he probably doesn't want to be on that field. But he's looking at game tape, and that's his dad. Kyle Shanahan. Okay, what? Because your daddy used to coach? I'm not sold on Kyle Shanahan. You look at with the take a look at with the Brock Purdy thing. Everybody keeps saying you're not trusting the process. He was the worst quarterback. He was the last quarterback taken. And you're saying that the NFL don't know what it's doing. They know what they're doing. It was a reason why nobody wanted to pick him up. All that little short screens. Guys are going to be jumping those routes. They know what his tendencies are. They're going to come in with those defense. Say, this guy doesn't throw. He doesn't throw deep. So they're going to set him up. Plus, he can't take a hit. They see he can't. He's not a big guy. Purdy's not a big guy. Guys are going to go after Purdy. And they'll screen stuff. They can jump a screen, man. They'll know exactly what you're going to do. They put a little pressure on you. You go throw that screen. There's a defender waiting in that route. and it's going to ruin your confidence once you get a couple of picks. And we haven't seen that with Brock Purdy. Let's see Brock Purdy play after he's turned the ball over twice. Where's his confidence now? Now he's scared to make these throws. Now he's got guys in his face, and all he's doing is throwing across the middle. And when guys know you're afraid to throw deep, they're going to adjust their defense. And what's the big deal about Kyle Shanahan? I mean, because that killed me with this Kyle Shanahan, the genius of what?
All right. Plat giving you guys a lecture.
That's a lot of the guys. It's a lot of guys in the NFL or college football that if you're serious, if you're gambling, you can make some money off of that stuff because you use it to your advantage. You don't listen to Lee Corso. You don't listen to the game day crowd. They get paid to promote those guys. It's for them. Those guys, Nick Saban. They're paid to promote those guys.
Yep.
And that's when you just cut that off. You cut it off. You don't look at it. And I'm telling you, man, this is what you guys got to understand. That's why you got to be disciplined. But you can make money off these guys. You can use that stuff. This game tonight.
Yeah.
Kansas City. Now, this is what you got to understand. The NFL wants Patrick Mahomes to be the face of the league. They want him to take over where Brady has left off.
He is the face of the league.
Yeah, he's going to get a bunch of favorable. He's going to get a lot of home cooking.
Mm-hmm.
So where you see, and let me tell you something. They go third and 12, and ball across the middle, picked off, ball across the middle, incomplete. Oh, here come that referee with that phantom flag, a holding. Not only do they get a first down, but now they got to stop and get 3 more downs. So you're giving a guy like Pat Mahomes, 2 opportunities to drive the ball against a weak Detroit team. Detroit's nothing special. And NFL's not promoting Detroit. That's when they're going to throw phantom flags against them. All of a sudden, Detroit's made a 3rd and 15 holding offense. They're going to go 3rd and 15, 3rd and 25 now. After they had completed the pass. And if you don't factor that in, you better get out of this stuff because it does matter. And the NFL pretty much know who they want to win, and they know who they don't. And it's all about, money for them. And that's what I mean when you look at they don't need anybody. Just to say, let's take it to NBA. NBA don't need none of those guys. The top people they draft, they don't need those guys. They can promote the guys they got, and they do promote the guys they got.
Mm-hmm. It's true.
Yeah,
Everything he's saying is facts. Hit that like button, people. Hit and definitely share this. This is great information.
And we got to stop. Now, what I don't like is guys say hate or this. I have no problem with I'm a black man. I have no problem with Mike Tomlin. And we just have to agree to disagree. I just don't think he's a good coach, man. I don't see how you guys think he is. I've seen him wet his pants on the sideline a bunch of times.
Especially against Belichick.
Yeah, he's never beaten Belichick.
Nope.
I've seen him standing there looking stupid after Ben's 5 interceptions. And I'm like, bench Ben. And it turns out he doesn't even have the power to do that.
Nope.
So he can't bench. They don't allow him to make personnel decisions. And I said, wait a minute, you're the head coach, but you can't bench a guy who's no, he can't.
Damn, he can't. This is good shit, bro.
He can't. Yep. No, he can't. And when you look at AB, right? You guys want to be fair? And we could call AB nuts. I don't disagree that AB's lunatic. I don't disagree with that. I think AB's a nutcase. But what happened between Ben and AB, Mike totally stabbed AB in his back. He just stabbed that man in his back. And at the time, there was no problem. Antonio Brown had no problems until Mike Tomlin, who he depended on, stabbed him in his back because he supported Ben over him. And that pissed him off. That pissed Antonio Brown off. And ever since then, Antonio Brown's been spinning out of control. Mike showed everybody his loyalties were with Ben. Ben came out and told everybody that I've watched Ben Roethlisberger not throw. I watched the game against the Indianapolis Colts. They were supposed to win by 13 points. And Ben deliberately wouldn't throw the ball to Antonio Brown because he was pissed off at him. And Antonio was open. And at the last 5 minutes of the game, he goes ahead and throws the ball to Antonio. Antonio turns that thing in a 68-yard touchdown. And then, no, they didn't cover, but they won the game. So we turn out, we look at the paper, Antonio Brown is throwing a water cooler because Ben, he was open. Ben chose to throw the ball to Le'Veon Bell when he was wide open. And it turns out Ben was petty like that. Ben was like, man, I won't throw you the football since you want to argue with me. And he did that a bunch of times. And the coach took the side of Ben.
Yep.
And that man has never been the same.
Lost respect in the locker room. He had that locker room. He had, I forgot what they call the word, but it's like he has enough. He had enough collateral in that room because he won a Super Bowl. He's never had a losing season. And I said this back in 2016. People thought I was crazy until they saw it for themselves. Mike Tomlin let the inmates run the asylum. Look what happened when Pete Carroll did it. It backfired. Legion of Doom blew up. Look what happened to Pittsburgh. I'm going to go back because I had all three of these players plus Heath Miller on my fantasy team that year. Okay? When that night, when Pittsburgh won that wild card game at Kansas City. No, they won the playoff game in Kansas City. It was a Sunday night. And then Antonio Brown was on Facebook showing the locker room, and then he played the Tomlin speech when he said, we ain't letting those goddamn white boys beat us next week ever again. He was talking about the Patriots. And when the Patriots heard that, they said, okay. And then Ben Roethlisberger responded back at, who's it? Danny, not Amendola, the other one. Julian Edelman. He responded back. It's not like we don't have any trophies in our trophy case. Know what I'm saying? But the point is, and Plat's not right. When you have control of your locker room, you don't let your star player record your speech against the other team, but you never beat for a championship game. You don't ever do that. And when that happened, Tomlin lost the squad. You just proved color don't mean shit. Exactly. Color doesn't mean nothing about this, Dan. All he's talking about is that, in his opinion, Tomlin's not a good coach. That's all he's saying.
Another thing Tomlin did, James Harrison, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I noticed about Tomlin, one thing I noticed, I said, man, you sit up, you got to remember, man, if you watch this team, I've watched Ben, I think against Jacksonville, he threw 5 interceptions. He should have been benched. Not because of some type of petty, punitive no, because he's fucking up. You go to the backup. Yeah. What's wrong with that? We seen Matt Jones. Guess who got benched last year against the Patriots? Matt Jones got benched.
On Monday Night Football.
He got benched because he was throwing interceptions. Not because he has a personal thing against him. It's like, man, you're turning the ball over. We can't win. I'll put the backup in. I said, when is Mike going to ever bench Ben? Now, he was afraid to do that. Then it turns out James Harrison told the truth and said, and I said, you guys running around here talking about this race thing. I said, Mike is the biggest coon sellout. He only benches the black guys. I said, he always goes to Antonio Brown. I said, he won't say nothing to those white guys. James Harrison said, I want to play. Mike Tomlin's like, well, we can trade you. And I said, Mike, why don't you trade your boy Ben? Why don't you trade his interception throwing ass? Oh, you don't say nothing to him, But if a guy, James Harrison, goes against you, you ready to show your ass. I said, that ain't. And that's why I don't get what these guys get this race thing with Mike. Mike ain't even like that. I don't know where you guys getting it from. Mike is not. You can talk about Dion and talk about the hood, and he cool. I don't disagree with that. I think he does send that type of, that's a brother, and he cool, and I get that. But you can't do that with Mike. That ain't not cool. You guys know Mike? Mike's nothing cool about Mike. There's nothing about all that yapping. Well, we might go, but it's a possibility that we won't go. He ain't said nothing. They just run it off at the mouth. There ain't nothing deep about what he says. What we're going to do is prepare, but the preparation that we do is more than prepare. He hadn't said nothing. And he's losing. Man, you know what? I didn't want to talk about. I don't care, man. I don't care. If you guys don't get, I know what the man can do. I know Pittsburgh like the back of my hand.
It's his team, folks.
I know him like the back of my hand. All of them. They got they got Pickett, and they got the guy from Alabama? What is it? Pickens. Oh, where's he from? Georgia, right? Guy from Georgia, right?
The kid from Alabama, Harris.
No. What the Pickens? Who's the receiver?
Yeah, Pickens from Georgia. Yeah.
Yeah, you got a guy from Georgia. That guy is unstoppable. They got a great wide receiver, and him and Pickett have they're connected. I know what that team can do. Yeah, I know what the team can do, man. And they got a great defense. They got TJ. TJ's always going to give you a forced fumble. He's going to get in the backfield.
He's going to get you 20 sacks.
Yeah, going against Purdy.
And Minka.
He's going to get Purdy. Minka. He's going to get to Purdy.
Yeah, Minka is Minka, bro.
Minka, there you go. Minka's shut down.
Yep.
And when you don't.
Away for nothing, bro. Because let me tell you, don't believe these Dolphin fools out here. They don't know nothing. You give up Austin Jack, you give up Minka Fitzpatrick for a fucking struggling offensive lineman. That's I don't want to talk about that team tonight, but I'll talk about them on Sunday. But bro, you're right. Hey, I'm picking them to go to the Super Bowl. So, bro,
You talking about Pittsburgh?
Yeah, I'm going with Pittsburgh. Yeah.
To go to the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. If that's what you think, man. We'll see. It takes that's a couple of we'll see if you think so.
He's talking about Deontay Johnson, who used to be the number one receiver. He ain't the number one no more.
We'll see.
Pickett's gonna be okay. I think Kenny Pickett's gonna have a monster year. Mace Ocean View is laughing at me about the Steelers.
Man,
hey,
like
guys,
who you want,
I'm
bro.
not an ego guy. You guys can make fun of me if you think I'm wrong. I'm not gonna sit up here and go, no, I don't do that, man. So I'm laughing what Ocean View say. He's laughing at me right now, picking Steelers. It's all cool.
I was looking at Penn State.
Mm-hmm.
James, what's his name? James Franklin.
Yeah.
Okay, this guy, he's gonna beat everybody but Ohio State and Michigan.
And Michigan.
Okay, which tells me, and yeah, does he have a right to keep his job? But he's not a good coach because he never beats those guys.
And let me add to this. The reason why he's gonna keep his job is he wins 9-10 games a year. Yeah, he doesn't be remember, Penn State is tainted, bro. It's gonna be a while before they get over that Sandusky scandal, bro. They're still tainted by the NCAA, bro. It's gonna be a while. Mace, you fall down and hit your head. Dan said Pittsburgh. You watch. Steelers to me, and I'm going to tell you the second team what I'm about to say. The Steelers and the Browns are the two most complete teams in the AFC. Buffalo got to show me something. You know what Buffalo got to show me, Dan? And I told you this back in the spring. Buffalo got to show me some heart, bro. Go win the Super Bowl. You cannot get there, Dan. The Bills got to win the Super Bowl. What's up, man?
They're gonna have to do something on. They're gonna have to do something on that
what?
Monday night game. Buffalo.
Oh, didn't you take the Jets +2?
Yeah. No, I'm just saying they're gonna have to do something on that Monday night game. They're gonna have to deal with the Jets. They got to deal with New England. They got to deal with Miami. And they've had their opportunity. They had their windows open. That window may be closing now. They might not be as good a team as they were. They might not be as good a team as they were last year. So at the end of the day, who know all of this stuff is it's deeper than people think it is. And a lot of times those guys get exposed. When you look at James Franklin and Mike doesn't have, look, whether you guys like it or not, Mike doesn't have Ben Roethlisberger. And there's a lot if you could have been a coach for Pittsburgh, if you took over Pittsburgh when Mike took over, they had just won a Super Bowl.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, he walks in.
The first thing he had was Coward's leftovers.
Yeah. Well, they weren't leftovers. He had a good team.
Yeah, you know what his team was? The Le'Veon Bell team. Between 2012 and two, those guys left, Antonio and those guys left, that was his team, and he couldn't beat Belichick, bottom line. He couldn't beat Aaron Rodgers. He didn't beat Aaron Rodgers in that Super Bowl.
Mace.
Yes.
He came in as a young coach. He inherited a Super Bowl team. For the most part, he inherited a young quarterback. Other guys didn't get that. Other guys did not get a 6'4", a 275 guy like Ben Roethlisberger that they could hide all the mistakes behind, and win football games. I think his friend who went to Tampa Bay, he lasted about 3 years before he got fired. Mike, because of Ben, and Mike has a dedication to Ben, and I don't blame him. You know, if Ben made me a multi-millionaire, you damn right I'd be loyal to Ben. So I understand why. I understand why he likes Ben. I understand because Ben saved his career. But now, man, they're looking at him, and not only just that, the organization is looking at him because they don't believe he can coach. And he's always been a coach, but they've controlled him. He can't bench players. The only players he's ever like chewed out or kicked off the team is brothers. He don't mess with those white guys, even though he don't bench them. So they're telling you right there where he stands, and now he's in a position now where if this quarterback he has struggles, what is he going to do? He doesn't have backups.
I don't think he's going to struggle, man. I think the three best quarterbacks I have seen in preseason. These are the young guns now. I'm going to do it in reverse order. Love is 3. Fields is 2. Kenny Pickett is number 1. And I'm telling you, I cannot wait for Sunday when San Francisco gets there, bro. It is going to be a complete spectacle to watch. I think those two teams, it's going to be a Super Bowl feel in Pittsburgh, folks. And both
Mace, I don't see it, Mace.
You think
I don't see it with Kenny Pickett. And I also don't see it with Mike Tomlin making an adjustment. If they win this game, they should. But if they lose this game and he has to go and play the next game and
Cleveland
they lose
next Monday night.
Yeah, if he starts, and we got TJ Watt. If if he looks around like he might have to make quarterback change, which he's never had to do, I don't know what he's going to do, man. And you people don't understand if you gave me Kansas City Chiefs today, and made me the head coach.
Yeah.
And we win a couple of games. Do you really think it's me or you think it's the team? The team's going to win no matter who coaches. They're a good team.
Yeah.
I am not sold on Mike ever being a good coach because he walked in to a Super Bowl winning team. He inherited a quarterback, I think, in his second year, a guy who you still got a quarterback. A lot of these teams don't have that. He got a solid quarterback in the regular season. They were AFC first overall pick. They just started to lose, and then he started to see Ben started to degrade about 5-6 years ago. They let him hang around. They wouldn't give him a contract, and then he retired. He said that he wanted to come back. Pittsburgh told him no. In the end, they're watching Mike because they don't believe they're really getting anything from Mike Tomlin. A lot of guys, black guys, and it's unfortunate, they bring up race because they think he's black, that a black man winning a football game is something special. It's actually not.
And it's not. No, he's supposed to win games. What the hell? He's getting paid $14.5 million for to win Super Bowls. It's Pittsburgh.
When you look at that, when you look at Nick Saban, nobody holds Nick Saban
to the fire.
Accountable because he's a white coach. That's what I'm saying. So what's the big deal? And also, who cares if he wins or losing? You know, he's just a coach. He just didn't win. And that's the thing about Mike Tomlin. People make it a big deal. Like, who cares if he loses? That's what I'm saying. So if he's not a good coach, who can talk about him being black? What the fuck does that have to do with anything? There are black guys in the NFL who win games all the time.
Let me say this right now for Manzano. Okay. I always got to set this like this. First of all, you want to know the difference between the Steelers, the Packers, and your team, Tony? I'm going to tell you what it is. Unlike your team that is always inept when it comes to big decisions the last 30 years, when you see that steel on the Steeler helmet and that G on the Green Bay helmet, usually those players come through. And I'm just telling facts, you know. And Pickett, I know you like Love already. You don't like Pickett. I will guarantee you Pickett's going to have a big year this year. Pickett is going to take the leap this year. I think Love will take his leap next year when the team is more accustomed to him running the team. I'm going to go back to Tony's next point. The Steelers' backfield, because their offensive line was terrible. They solved that in the draft this year. And if you saw their exhibition games, and I did up here live, they destroyed teams. I mean, you saw it yourself, Plat. They made Josh Allen basically quit when they played the Bills a couple of weeks ago. Riverboat Ron, look, and you're right about that. Manzano's right about this. He don't like the way the NFL, because he's Latino, he don't like the way the NFL perceives Ron Rivera either. What he's basically saying, Platt, is what they say about the black coaches, they hold the Hispanic coaches to the same esteem. That is facts, because there are rumblings that Magic Johnson may get rid of him after this year. That's the rumblings down there.
Well, I think what he's done with the Commanders, he's done a great job.
What's up, Moss? So, Mace, you on Pitt's bandwagon? Bro, this is for the record, Moss. Excuse me, not Moss, Dan. And Moss can attest to this. I told the Miami contingent up here, you get Dalvin Cook, I'll pick you for the Super Bowl. They didn't get Dalvin Cook. I'm not picking them to the Super Bowl. Plain simple. And remember one thing, Dan. I don't wave the Dolphin hanky up here. That's why the Dolphin guys don't be in here anymore, Dan. I shut them up about Tua being an IA quarterback. They got butthurt. They don't come in here no more. I don't give a damn what they think. That's the way it is in here. Go ahead, Plat.
Well, we gotta wait, man. Like I said, we'll see this week too. I mean, it's week one game. You can believe what you want about Pittsburgh.
Okay.
It doesn't matter because no, in the end, we'll see. Because I know
We'll
I'm
see,
right.
yeah.
No, I know I'm right, bro. I'm telling you the truth. I've seen enough of them. I don't go by this preseason. That means nothing. I'm not even sold that they'll win this game. I'll take it because all the stars are lining up, making them an underdog at home. And then you got Brock Purdy. Who's to say that he's going to even be the same after this injury?
I had that argument with iTest last night, bro. Bro, I don't know about Brock Purdy, bro. I mean, the other night, I don't know about Brock Purdy, bro. And then Laura's trying to tell me that Brock Purdy's better than Jordan Love. I said, get the F out of here, bro. Brock Purdy is who he is, Brock Purdy. Okay? He was, like Plat said the other night, he was the 234th pick in the draft for a reason. Hell yeah, the 49ers got D. I'm a Lions fan tonight. Go Raiders. Oh, you're a big Raider fan. That's right, Dan. Ocean View's from California. He's a big Raiders fan. I love by the way, Ocean View, I love the Raiders this week. I'm not picking it, but I love the Raiders to win in Denver. Denver's a mess, bro. Denver's a complete mess out there, bro. You got your coach coaching. You got your coach, who's a Hall of Fame coach, in my opinion, cursing out his quarterback like he did Russell Wilson for the world to see. That's not working out there. They're going to eat that $250 million, the Walmart folks. Guess what, Dan? I mean, guess what, Plat? Something that I didn't think me and you will see coming this quickly. Beginning next year, Russell Wilson will be a backup quarterback in the NFL.
Well, we'll see.
It's a damn shame, too. So,
well, for talking about Denver, they signed the contract. I don't blame Russell for getting the money, but we'll see.
Raiders, what's up with Chandler Jones? I heard about that. They seem a mess, as Josh McDaniels seemed to piss a lot of players off. Yeah, because he tries to be Belichick, who he's not. And exactly, Ocean View. We'll see how Russell responds to the criticism. I agree. Yo, what's up, man? Yeah.
We'll
see. In the building, bro. What's up,
we'll
family?
See.
Players run away from Josh McDaniels. Well, I said it last night, and we talked about it a little bit last night. To me, the Raiders, when Devontae Adams threw the whole organization under the bus the week after they signed Jimmy G, I knew the Raiders, there's going to be some problems, bro. I knew it was going to be some problems. With that team, bro. Chandler didn't do shit last season. No love lost. Okay. That's from a Raider fan. Let me drop the link for Auntie to pull up. Yeah, man. Plat, I enjoy doing these shows with you, man. And like my man said a little while ago, who was a big supporter of yours, Plat, you got a lot of your supporters watching in the clouds and in the building.
Yeah, makes. That's cool.
Yeah, no. I'm just going through. Where's my man at?
We're trying to help him make some money, man.
Yeah, I
know. As a person who's been on the receiving, who sat back and stuff, maybe one of these games, or help a guy who probably would have went a certain way. They heard a guy on the internet, and just off of taking a chance, it helps them make some money. That's the value of what it is to listen to this. You're just trying to win you a game, man. If you're doing this stuff at all, that's all. This Kansas City game, maybe somebody's thinking, who do I want? Detroit, I don't know. And I'm saying let's take Kansas City to cover the spread. And they say, yeah, I'm going to take a chance on this guy. And they do it, and we win. I can't say what we're gonna do next year. I mean next week, but and I don't know till after the game. So, and that's just how it goes, man. And that's all you can do. There are no guarantees on any of this stuff.
The NFL is the biggest what if league, because you don't know if a player gets injured, like at the last moment before they do something stupid before the week before the game and get injured by playing basketball or something like that. You're like quarterback or something does something stupid like that. Plat, you agree?
That you would know?
No, that you wouldn't. As fans, we expect the quarterback to make our team, the players on our team to make smart decisions. But sometimes these guys do something stupid during the week, like play basketball, and then they get injured, and then we are injured. Yeah. Our season is screwed because we thought the players were going to make smart decisions and not do something like that would cause them serious injuries. But remember, these are humans like us. Stuff like that.
Humans like us. Humans.
The guys go out, get injured, and show up game day or show up at training camp and go on the field. And because they got an agent, and that's a business. No, they're not going to admit to the team that they blew their knee out playing basketball. They're going to heal up good enough where they can make it, put on their outfit, go on the field, and all of a sudden, so-and-so he backed up and the turf got him and torn ACL, which means all his money is guaranteed. It happened on the field. Didn't happen while it's yeah, those guys make mistakes like that. When he said this thing about Jalen Ramsey, that makes me wonder if he wasn't already injured.
Well, you traded Jalen Ramsey for a third rounder for nothing.
Yeah. But we don't even know if he wasn't already injured before he even got on the field. Because you said when stuff like that makes me wonder, if the guy gets traded in, because you can tear your ACL and walk on it. You can walk on it. You can't really run on it. But if you fall down while you're at a training camp, from a medical or legal standpoint, you hurt it on the field. You didn't hurt it off the field. You wasn't playing basketball. Where they can challenge you and say, you went against the contract and you hurt your leg outside of these specifications. So we're not responsible for paying your salary. But it's too much, a lot of money. So I agree. These guys go out and get hurt and then hop on the field for one play, and we get told that it was a phantom injury. It was a phantom injury, and that's how it happened. So,
see, and Uncle and Platinum, you guys have watched football longer than me. The only two African American coaches that I can remember that have had a long tenure with their teams are Marvin Lewis and Mike Tomlin. They've both coached for their teams for 10 or 12 years and stuff like that. Besides that, why is it that Hispanic and black coaches get a shorter leash compared to like white coaches who perform the same at the same level, but they get a longer leash? Can you guys explain that to me, please?
Go ahead, Plat.
Well, I don't know. I mean, Ron Rivera is still in the league, right? He's been around a long time.
No, but he got fired after 5 years. He didn't last.
No, he did a good. No, he didn't even miss a year. He got fired in 19. That's when the new owner bought the team, and he got a job right away with the Redskins.
That's what I'm talking. That's what I'm talking about. He got fired because of the new owner, but his performances before he got fired were like, besides like 2 or 3 seasons, most of his seasons were losing seasons, and he got a job right away. But you see a guy like Ron, I forgot who, Lovie Smith. It took him like 5 years to get a job as a head coach and stuff like that. He had to go back down to college to rehabilitate his reputation. Then he got another job. You don't see that with white coaches.
You know what happened to Lovie Smith? You know why that happened to Lovie Smith?
Why?
Because Lovie Smith's style of football is boring. And NFL owners, they want excitement. You know, they talked about the running back bullshit. And I said, no one needs the running back. No one pays it. But then I remembered, after the top 8 quarterbacks in football and Jalen Hurts runs himself, the rest of the guys from Dak Prescott down, the I quarterback group, they need a running back.
They're pocket passers. They're traditional pocket passers. Normally.
No, the I group quarterback means they can only get you so far.
Yeah.
You have to put talent around them.
Yeah, no, but what I'm saying in general, when it comes to, there's a shorter, look at Mike Vrabel. They didn't fire him. Like, I can't remember. My God. Raheem Morris or whatever. Yeah. He was only the interim coach for he was only the coach for the Buccaneers for like a year or 2 years, and then he got fired. They get a way shorter leash compared to like the white coaches that are performing at the same level. Why is that? Can you explain that to me?
Because of race. That's why it's obvious. Black
Besides the race. Yeah.
And Tony Dungy had a very long career. Yes, Ocean. Right about that. Tony Dungy, again, another coach that got fired for no reason, and he got a job right away. Probably one of the great coaching jobs ever, coaching Peyton Manning. All he had to do was put the defense in.
Wait, they don't get. It's funny. They always give Gruden that Super Bowl win for getting Dungy build that team. Like that was what pisses me off. They're giving the credit to John Gruden, but they forget that he came into a scenario where the team was already built. They just needed a quarterback, a decent quarterback at least. But the majority of the team was built by Tony Dungy. They don't give Dungy the credit for that Super Bowl. I don't get it. I don't get that, Uncle. Hey, Plat, you there?
Yeah, I hear you, bro.
What are your predictions for this? Do you take the points for Texas and Miami, or are you staying away from that game because it's so close?
No, we're going to take Miami win the game.
Yeah, do you see the ticker right now on the screen, Manzana?
Yeah.
It says Miami plus 4. I'm picking Miami to win outright.
No, they're saying they're -3. They're -4.5. So they're the underdogs in the game.
Yeah, I'm taking them to win outright.
You don't trust Jimbo Fisher? Is that what it is, or is it Petrino?
Like
you don't.
Jimbo Fisher, and I'm a Miami Hurricane fan. Why the hell I care about Jimbo Fisher?
No, I'm saying, do you not trust Bobby Petrino specifically, or is it Jimbo you don't trust?
I think it helps, but I think the Hurricanes are looking at this as a revenge game.
Mm-hmm. Do you have Texas or Bama winning that? The Texas versus Bama. Mace.
Plat is taking Alabama outright. You gotta read the ticker. It's strolling, man. What do you think we're doing this? The picks are up there. Just read them. But he took Bama -7.
Yeah, honestly, I don't trust Texas defense. Besides their defensive line, their defensive backs and linebackers are questionable, Mace. I don't know why people have it this close.
Oh, this is classic Nick Saban Alabama football game. Forget Georgia. You guys focus on Georgia way too much. All these other SEC teams, all these teams, LSU, all these teams will be out 5-0, Mississippi State, and Tennessee. And people think, okay, this will be the year that they beat Alabama. And sure enough, Saban comes in. And I'm saying, when you look at the game, it looks like those other teams have a chance. It looks like they do. But what he does, he comes in, he out-coaches those guys, he puts his players up, and boom, It's over about a half, and they'll be minus, 4.5, minus 6.5, minus 8.5, and it'll look like easy money. And sure enough, Alabama beat them 43-3.
Yeah, that's the score I see. I see like a blowout. I don't think they have too much faith in Sarkisian. He's trying to prove he can out. They have too much. They have too much faith in Sarkisian. No, honestly, I think Vegas has too much faith in Sarkisian, thinking he can outcoach Saban. That's the issue. And I don't think that he's not as good of a coach as people make him out to be. He's a great offensive coordinator, but he's not a good head coach.
Well, here's the reason why, and this is why I think this game is intriguing Saturday night, is because Sarkisian and those Texas players remember a year ago where they was about to really lay the hammer on Bama and their starting quarterback got hurt. And Bama escaped. A lot of those kids on that Texas team been waiting a whole year for this. And what better way for them to show their fans that they're back, and I'm not picking, than to go to Tuscaloosa and beat them outright. That will be a huge, huge statement for the Texas program. And that kid, Arch Manning, that's there as the backup, he's going to say, you know what, Grandpa? I made the right choice going to Texas. They win this game Saturday. It's going to be huge for the Texas program.
Yeah, but let's be honest. Do you think he can outcoach Saban?
I don't look at it as coaching. I just look at it as the thing with Texas is, can they score? If they score early in that game, they're going to be confident they could score on Alabama's team. And again, no one's looking at the other side. I don't think Alabama's quarterback is anything to sneeze at. Anything to get excited about.
Yeah. Yeah.
This kid is nothing special.
Oh, Carson Beck? I know what you're talking about.
So if I'm looking at this game realistically, I can see Bama winning this game. I can see them winning by 10 or 12, but it wouldn't surprise me if Texas go there and win.
Yeah, no, and for me, this is where I'm surprised Alabama even allowed this game to be at home and not having it at a neutral site, like playing it in Dallas or in Houston or something like that, because SEC teams usually don't have these out-of-conference games at their home stadium. Like these big out-of-conference games like Ohio State, Michigan, or against Texas or Oklahoma.
FSU the other night, but I will say this, and this is why Platinum is picking them, and I agree with the reason why he's picking them. Everybody has dismissed Alabama. Everything has been Michigan and Georgia, and I'm part of this too. I had a private conversation with Mr. Fantastic over the weekend, and I personally asked him, can Georgia three-peat? He said, no one can touch us.
Mr. Fantastic said this?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Saban is laying in the weeds, folks, and there's a reason why Plat took the 7. It would not surprise me also if Saban runs Texas out of the building. They send a message to the rest of college football. It would not surprise me at all.
Yeah, but don't get that mixed up with Georgia. I don't know. They don't lose, they might lose to Georgia. This is just this game, and this is
that's what I'm talking about. Yeah,
that has nothing to do. I'm saying, but let's forget Georgia. This is Alabama versus Texas, and this is a classic where people think this is the game that Alabama gets its wake up. I don't think it's going to happen against Texas, but that don't mean that they're going to beat Georgia. So Georgia is a good team, and they'll get they'll get tested. They'll have their chances or whatever. So whatever Alabama's doing, when it comes that day or that matchup, we'll have to deal with that then. Now, SEC football is SEC football. Every last one of those teams, especially playing Tennessee, I see Tennessee blew somebody out. Kentucky, Ole Miss, we see Ole Miss, Arkansas. All of those teams, it's at any given time, one of those teams can beat the other team. So it ain't so much even Nick's got his work cut off trying to win the games that he plays every week. And he's not going to jump ahead of himself. If he plays Georgia, he'll have to deal with Georgia. So we'll see.
He's basically he's a. I'm gonna say this: Saban is a Bill Belichick of college football. They don't jump ahead of themselves and overlook opponents and stuff like that. They don't do that. They're too smart for that. You agree, Plat?
No, that's how they coach. Well, we'll see. I agree that it's not the same Alabama team, but we'll see. When they play Texas, we'll see.
Yeah. Exactly. And I said this, and Mace, I said this after Florida State blew out. I'm not disrespecting the team; they're a good team, but I feel that Florida State is getting too excited for this win because I felt that LSU didn't really deserve to be in the top 10. They were overrated coming into the season. Their team wasn't as good as people made them out to be and stuff like that. Like ranking wasn't.
No, I'm just going to say, I think LSU is good. I think the problem is in the second half, they ran into a buzzsaw. Florida State is good. I don't care what anybody says. I look at their schedule. They only got one tough game left, and that's Miami because that's a rivalry game. What you
How
saw
about Clemson?
Who?
Clemson.
Did you see what happened the other night, bro?
Oh, against Duke?
Yes.
Did they get blown out? Because I did. I just heard
28-7. What do you think? And they play Florida State next week in Clemson. What do you think Florida State's going to do to them, bro?
I've said this. I think Dabo's been there too long. I think the players are starting to tune Dabo out and stuff like that. Like,
hey, Plat, did you see Feinbaum rip Dabo yesterday?
No, I didn't see it, but the thing Clemson's, I think they're playing a doormat. You got to remember against Duke, they fumbled inside the 10 twice, and they had a blocked field goal, and they got beat. They got beat by Duke.
Plat, remember one thing, and you called it out to me. They had to replace the quarterback in the second half. Their quarterback play is brutal.
They had a true freshman starting. That's the issue.
Yeah, but
that quarterback situation is brutal.
Okay. We're talking about handicapping though. What I'm saying is you gotta be careful with this stuff. And look, man, do I think Clemson is a Deshaun Watson or what's the guy, the white guy, Jacksonville first overall pick?
Trevor Lawrence.
Trevor Lawrence. No. Do I think this is Trevor Lawrence, Deshaun Watson, Clemson teams, Dabo Sweeney back, a couple of years ago? No, I think they're a different team. But man, you have to be careful now that they're probably the hunted. They're being the hunter now. I would not just assume they're going to lose these games. In fact, I think they're playing a bad team this week. I think the line hasn't been posted. I would take Clemson. I would take Clemson to show up and destroy this team. And we got Notre Dame might even lose. When Clemson, what Clemson can do now, what Sweeney can do now, is focus on just beating these good teams that he's playing, because people are undervaluing, thinking, okay, they got beat by Duke, they ain't no good, other teams gonna ride over them. I wouldn't agree with that.
Yes, Dabo is like Saban. You can't underestimate them. You can just because of one thing, like one mediocre season or something like that. People think that that they should be fired from their respective institutions, not realizing of the consistency before that one mediocre season and stuff like that.
Yeah, I wouldn't go against Clemson.
Or Bama.
Well, yeah, that's just not. Well, SEC really is just not like this Texas Tech, Ohio. To be honest with you, we put it out. We're going with the Hurricanes, but in all, to be honest, you really just don't even want to be going against SEC teams because they're so strong. Mm-hmm. I think you can make money if you go with Clemson, and I think this is when you get these guys when everybody in the public say, "Oh, they lost to Duke, they can't do this." That's when you come in, and also that's when teams start having signature wins. That's when the guys show up. The coach gets on them, and they play defense and they shut people down, and they even though they got that one loss, they start just destroying teams. So no, I wouldn't give up on Clemson.
It's not smart. It's not smart money to give up on a consistent winner like Clemson.
No.
It's like for me, it's like giving. Let's say hypothetically, the Chiefs lose their first game, which I don't think happens.
Mm-hmm.
It's like giving up on the Chiefs right away because of this first week loss. And stuff like that. It's doing that to Bama and Clemson. It's like doing that to the Chiefs and stuff like that. You're giving up on them because they're not as good as they used to, just because of one performance and stuff like that.
I will say this for the Chiefs. I agree with Plat. We're both going with the Chiefs tonight. But I will say this. Next week, win or lose, Jacksonville and that town is going to treat this game like the Super Bowl for them. They remember what happened last year. It was a great game. Chiefs pulled it out late. Mahomes got hurt. That's the game he hurt his ankle again. But I look at both sides like Texas. I just said what I said about Bama. They can blow them out. But what people seem to this is why a lot of people are taking Texas. Texas remembers a year ago. And a lot of people believe Texas was the better team last year. Their quarterback got hurt. Now their quarterback is back. But Alabama's quarterback, in my opinion, is trash. But you don't bet against Saban at home. Especially that Saban hasn't been to a title game in two. It's going to be 3 years now. Don't underestimate him, bro.
Again, like I said, not smart money to underestimate Saban. It's stupid. It's very stupid. Well, why is it? It's either they give too much respect to Saban or they don't give him respect at all. There's no middle ground with Saban. Why is that when it comes to the betting?
Because people are tired of him. They win too damn much. People want to see something new.
You're right, Mace. But hey, look, man, I'm about to fall asleep on this stream.
Hey, man, appreciate you coming.
Okay.
It's always great doing this with you. Let's run it again, folks. College football top choices. Nebraska +3 at Dion. Bama -7. Home against Texas. Baylor +8 against Utah. Hurricanes +4 at home against Texas A&M. Second choice, Boise State +4 at home. And the opinion is Tulane +8 against Ole Miss. And the pros, Plat's taking the Chiefs tonight, -4.5. The Dolphins +3 on Sunday. And the Jets +2 on Monday night. In his opinion, he's taking Pittsburgh +2.5 at home against the 49ers. Is that it, sir?
That's it, brother.
I'll see you. I'll see you. I'll see you next week, man.
Okay, man.
I appreciate you.
Y'all take care, man.
You too, man. Love you, man. Platinum Elite, one of the best handicappers in the business. I'll pick this up with Manzano for a few, and then I'm out of here. 3 o'clock Eastern time, folks. Opening day. I'll be back at 6:15 tonight, by the way, for the pregame for the Chiefs and the Lions. Let me go back to Kenny Pickett with you. I gotta do this, man. Now, Dan was in the chat room and he asked me why the Dolphin guys and me do not get along. And I told him the truth, and I've been smiling about this the last couple of months, that the national media and the experts proved my point about Tua, that he's an Ike quarterback. He's no elite quarterback, like a lot of the Dolphin fanboys think he is. I'm not a Pickett fanboy, but I think Pittsburgh is going to shock a lot of people this year. I wish the Dolphins would have got that running back, bro. I wish they would have gotten Dolphins.
Yeah, and I understand why you say, but to me, I think 9.5 is giving a little bit too much respect to Tomlin. I kind of agree with Plat. He's an okay coach. He's a decent coach. I think the past 2 years, I understand he didn't have the talent. He had the talent on defense, but the offense was horrendous. They didn't have really have the talent. But these past few years, it's proven that Big Ben has covered up that he's not as good of a coach as people made him out to be, and stuff like that. A great as a coach as people made him out to be, and stuff like that.
You do know he's the only coach in the league right now that's never had a losing season. You know that, right?
I understand, but you know what we're trying to say, that I think most of that was built on teams that were already built by what's his face.
Yeah, that was the first team with Hines Ward, and like I told Platinum up here, built up the team with Le'Veon Bell and Antonio Brown. That was his players. He just couldn't beat Bill Belichick.
Yeah, no, and people like, to me, Big Ben. I've talked to Steelers fans, and they keep on saying he's a first ballot Hall of Famer. Do you agree with that?
Unfortunately, he will be because he wears the Steelers black and gold.
But realistically, you don't think he is?
No.
It's like Giants fans saying,
no, he's better than Eli Manning. I'm just saying, right? You want to know what hurt? Know what hurt?
Big Ben
Roethlisberger?
What?
Just like his coach. In the biggest games against Tom Brady, he never beat him.
He only beat him once. I thought he beat him once to get the Super Bowl. To the Super Bowl.
No, they never beat Belichick.
Or was it Manning that he beat?
He beat Manning twice.
Okay, so it was Peyton Manning that he beat, not Tom Brady. Oh,
yes,
okay.
He never beat Tom Brady in the playoffs. That's another thing that hurts him. That he never beat Tom Brady when the money was on the table.
Yeah.
Eli Manning beat him twice. So,
yeah, no, I am.
Biggest game.
Yeah, and to me, I give respect to both. They're not first ballot Hall of Famers, but unfortunately, like you said, because they're wearing the Steelers colors, they're going to be first ballot Hall of Famers, even though they don't really deserve it.
Exactly. Those are facts. Like you just said. All right, Kelsey's a game time decision, everybody. Mike Evans is on the block, and the Buccaneers are entertaining trade packages for him.
Oh, they're already trading him?
Yeah, the Buccaneers are going to be a train wreck,
man. They're trying to get Caleb Williams.
Yeah,
that's
a lot of teams. Yeah, Arizona's in the clubhouse with that.
What happens? Well, they have. So if they're in the clubhouse for Caleb Williams, what's happening with Kyler?
They'll cut his ass.
They don't care how much money they take, even if they cut him.
They don't care.
Because they
don't care.
They signed him for like 6 years or something like that. A 6-year contract.
Well, here's the problem. Here's the problem with Kyler Murray. The GM that signed him, the coach that was there, they're both fired. It's like the Chicago GM, and I was talking about this last night. I keep talking about this. The difference between Jordan Love, folks, and Justin Fields is one has to put up numbers. That is Jordan Love. The other one, which is Justin Fields, got to win games. And if he ends up with 6 wins, he's gone. And if he puts up great numbers and only wins 5 or 6 games, that general manager knows he can get a king's ransom for Justin Fields.
Mace, I can't believe I'm saying this. Can you let's say hypothetically, let's say this happens. Let's say Tua gets injured. Do you think Chris Greer looks at and tries to get him, Justin Fields?
Something that Omar Kelly vindicated me on with you. He said a quote 2 weeks ago on his podcast, if Patrick Mahomes became available, Chris Greer is picking up the phone and giving phone calls. Basically, what he's saying is something I told you. If Justin Fields become available and the Dolphins don't make the playoffs, which is more like it could happen, you better believe Chris Greer will pick up the phone
and call and try to get Justin Fields
and call Ryan Grace. Yeah, he would do that. I keep telling people this. 23 teams will do it. The Eagles won't do it. They just gave this guy $250 million. The other 23 teams from Minnesota on down, they will give the phone call, folks, for Justin Fields.
Yeah, and to be honest, I've said that. Me and you said this. Justin Fields' thing, like skill set, fits Mike McDaniel's offense way better than Tua.
Well, I'm not saying him to replace Tua now. I mean,
no. What I'm saying, no, I'm not saying replace him now. But what I'm saying is,
I'm not even thinking
No.
that.
What I'm saying is the skill set that he has fits way better than Tua.
Yeah, because he can run. Tua can't. But
yeah.
I think, and I'll say it again up here, I think Tua's going to have a good year. I do. I just think for the Dolphins to win, they got to play like they did against the Texans a couple weeks ago. They got to run the football like they did in that game. They run the football with the guys they have, and it's consistent. They'll win a lot of games. They're going to be tough out because the defense is going to get better by the week. And I do see the Dolphins defense. I know people are going to roll their eyes. These Dolphin fanboys are going to roll their eyes at me. I believe the Dolphin defense will carry the offense. I do believe that.
Yeah, and Mace, why do you and Plat have the Chargers, the Dolphins over the Chargers? You don't trust Staley? Is that what it is?
He just looks at the Chargers as like the Dolphins. They're inept. At least the Dolphins with them, they do self wounds on themselves with stupid things they do. The Chargers, they get all this hype every year and they don't do nothing enough. Tired of hearing about the Chargers. And that clown as a coach, you know, the guy who was kissing up to him the other day made me want to fucking puke. This coach is a clown, okay?
I think. Wait a minute. I think I know who you're talking about. That was kissing up to him. It was Chris Sims. That was doing.
God, this guy, Brandon Staley, give me a goddamn break, man, bro. Let Belichick get fired from New England with a bad year, and see how quick Belichick's representatives are calling Spanos and say, "Yo, you just give me this team, I'll win you a couple of Super Bowls." Okay,
but you know, Spanos' dumbass is not gonna do that.
I'm still laughing at fucking Justin Herbert. I was watching his press conference yesterday, and like Herbert's like, "Yo, man, I don't know what the hell's gonna happen."
I saw that press conference. Justin looked like Justin rolled his eyes when he heard.
Yeah, he rolled his eyes a few times. Yeah, I think the smartest thing Spanos did was pay him after he ripped his quarterback back in March. He paid him the money because we know what the problem is there.
It's the coach.
It's
It's you and the dumbass coach.
Yeah, it's both of them. Yeah, I agree. I mean, that team ain't going anywhere.
Wait, Mace, in your honest opinion, you've dealt with inept owners. You're besides before. Who's more inept, Spanos or Ross?
Ross. I'm gonna tell you why Ross is more inept. How can I say this? With Ross, the problem is Dean Spanos ain't gonna be talking to Sean Payton and Tom Brady on his yacht and get caught. Okay? That idiot did that, got caught, cost his team a first-round draft pick, and act like he didn't care. I'm gonna say this again one more time about the dumbass Dolphin fanboys. For once in your goddamn lives, can you hold Stephen Ross and Chris Greer accountable? For once. Bro.
It's delusion. Like you said, delusion. It's delusion. It's delusion.
Oh, my God. I mean, can you... and then I hear these morons talking about if you say something against Chris Greer, you're a racist. Again, you come up here and you'll see how quick I'll rip Chris Greer's ass up here, bro. I mean, for once, Dolphin fans, for once, fanboys, can you hold this man accountable? Both of them?
Yeah.
Like your defensive coordinator said, the league is good when the Dolphins are relevant again. You're not relevant, okay? That's why up here, from now on, I'll just pick the game. I picked you to cover, win the damn game, and do us all a favor. Win a goddamn playoff game. Just do that.
Yeah, no, and for me, I've said this multiple times, Mace. Like, the only reason why Stephen Ross has kept him this long, he's a yes man. He listens to whatever Stephen Ross tells him to do. He's not. You really think if Reggie McKenzie was his GM, he would listen to Stephen Ross?
No.
Or this guy, Marvin Allen?
No.
No. That's why. That's why Stephen Ross, Chris Greer, he's a yes man. He's not going to listen. And I'm not. When I say that, does that seem racist?
I don't think Greer's a yes man. I think Greer's problem is to keep his job. He'll do whatever the coach wants to do. And if it doesn't work, it's the coach's fault. And that's why Dolphin coaches under Stephen Ross only get 3 years. If they don't get to the Super Bowl, they're gone.
Yeah, I think I think the Dolphins have the shortest leash when it comes to head coaches. They don't fire the
nobody
GM.
has it like Jimmy Haslam. Don't even go there.
Okay, Jimmy. Oh, Jesus. Oh, yeah, I forgot about Jimmy. No, but what I'm saying, like, besides Jimmy, I think the Dolphins have the shortest leash.
Yeah, that's facts. Yeah, you only get 3 years under Stephen Ross. If you don't produce championship or AFC championship game, you're gone. You're gone. That's just the way Ross operates.
Are you surprised Stefanski has lasted this long?
Yeah, of course I am. Of course I am. Poor Stefanski was looking over his shoulder the first 2 weeks of his tenure as head coach. He's on the hot seat now. Even the media is telling him 11 wins, or then Jimmy's going to make a change.
Ooh, wow! Exciting trade. Ugh, God. Can you see the Lions upsetting the Chiefs, Mace, or no?
No.
Anything can happen, but you don't think realistically it will?
No. Moss is in the building. He agrees with me. He says facts. He says, win, baby, win. This defense needs to help us dominate. Facts. He's absolutely correct.
Yeah, that's what to me, that's what had the Dolphins. This iteration of the Dolphins needs to be like the 72, the Dolphins in the 70s. They had a good quarterback, but they had to rely on their defense and the running game and stuff like that to win games the majority of the time. Do you agree?
Yeah. Hey, Coach, you dismissed Platinum, giving me a good 2 hours, man, ripping Dion again.
Yeah. I seen it on the notifications late, man. I'm like, I was trying to catch it. Yeah,
if Dion continues winning, I don't think that the other stuff really matters. If Dion continues winning this season, I think they overlook the fact that that other stuff is happening. Mace, do you agree?
Of course. And I said it to Platinum before he left. I see Dion dominating the Big 12 next year because Oklahoma and Texas are leaving.
They already got the 2024 number one quarterback has put Colorado on his list. The kid out of Michigan or some shit. Michigan. So he already got number one quarterback.
George McIntyre from Memphis?
No, he out of Michigan. He's a Michigan kid.
Okay. Bryce Underwood. I know who you're talking about.
Yep, that's his name.
Yeah,
So,
again,
he put it.
People think I'm joking around when I say this, and Coach totally agrees with me. There's only two other recruiters, in my opinion, who are better. And unfortunately, one of them we're going to play Saturday afternoon in South Florida, and then after we whip his ass, we're going to kick his ass out for South Florida for good. And that's Jimbo Fisher and Mario Cristobal. Number 3 is Dion.
Wait, Mace. Don't forget King Saban.
No, we don't count Nick Saban no more. He's out of South Florida.
No, but in terms of recruiting, but what I'm saying in terms of recruiting, Saban is consistently in the top. Him and Kirby Smart are the top when it comes to the recruiters at head coach.
Yeah, I give it to both of them. I can't just not. I'm talking about South Florida.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna see. This is for you Manosphere guys. You're not gonna see that chopper anymore
in Miami. Yeah, no, and I agree with you. Like to me, I think was Jimmy a great recruiter when he was at Miami?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, Jimmy was it.
God damn, yes, Jimmy was
Lord, what is he
talking? Phenomenal.
No, because I never saw him coach. I only see
highlights. We know that boy. Come on. Yeah, Jerome Brown. That's too much time. Jerome Brown, shit, goddamn Michael Irvin, goddamn it. There's too many people to name, bro.
The Blades brothers.
Right, Blades brothers. All them guys. Too many guys to name, man. You'd be out. Yeah, Jimmy can recruit. Yeah, he controlled that.
Cortez Kennedy.
Yeah, I was gonna say his name, Cortez Kennedy. Russell
Merritt. For me, the 3 best recruiters in Miami history are gonna be what is it called? Jimmy, Butch,
had Jesse Armstead over there.
Yeah,
Snellenberger,
and Jimmy.
And Butch was a great recruiter. Butch Davis was a great recruiter.
Butch is.
Yeah, Butch could recruit his ass off. You know, he the one that got Edrin James.
Tony, you wasn't up here. Tony, you wasn't up here Friday night.
Yeah.
Tony, you wasn't up here Friday night.
That's just running backs.
Yeah.
When we were celebrating the Hurricanes, what did you think of the offensive line now in Miami? I was telling this coach the other night. What do you think of the offensive line now?
It's a good offensive line. We still have young guys on that.
But that's the way you're supposed to have it, nice and young, so they can all build together.
No, but you at least need to have some veterans on that offensive line, to be honest. Like, you can't have all second and third year players on that offensive line. I understand you want them to build together, but you need veterans to teach them how to get through the season and stuff like that, because the offensive line is the most mental position, one of the most mental positions. And
of course. And by the way, your coach in Miami doesn't, I'm talking about the NFL coach, doesn't believe in offensive linemen. Neither does the GM.
No, that's a recipe for disaster. That's going to get Tua killed.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
let me get this straight, Mike McDaniel. You want to pound the football. You want to run the football, but offensive line doesn't matter. Is this speed for you? Okay. What's up, Jim? Platinum picks, by the way, on the stroll, on the ticker here is Platinum's picks. And we had a nice audience in here today for it.
Hey, Prince, I have a question. Since you're a Cowboys fan, can you explain the lack of confidence with Dak? They're bringing up that there's something wrong with his confidence and stuff like that.
Before Coach answers that, let me say this to you, Tony. Wouldn't your confidence be shaken when now it's the Micah Parsons team and the defensive team, and they're calling you the P word at every practice, and they're getting in your face, and then the owner didn't tell not the head coach or the quarterback that they traded for Trey Lance for a 4th-round pick? Go ahead, Coach. All yours. You're the Cowboy fan. Go ahead.
Jerry Jones is not worrying about no Dak Prescott. He's worrying about that goddamn Michael Parsons check after Nick Bosa just got a 5-year, $170 million, $122 guaranteed. That means Michael Parsons is going to get $200, $155 guaranteed. You understand? So Dak just better get it done. Get us to Vegas, motherfucker. Yeah, that's what you do. Get us to Vegas. And you ain't got to worry about nothing else in this town. Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. And me and Coach, me and Uncle were talking about this. Or like, I was saying this multiple times. People, Cowboys fans were acting like, what is it called? The Jonathan Taylor deal was a done deal with the Cowboys, and I'm like, you would think that if that deal was done, a guy like Jerry Jones' big ass mouth would be bragging about it. He wouldn't keep his mouth shut on Twitter.
Man, Dallas ain't fixing to pay no running. They just got to run it back out of here. They pay money too. They're not paying no running back in this town.
And I told you this, Coach. You was up here a couple of weeks ago. Jerry announced the running back room is fine. They're not in the running back business.
That's right. They got Pollard and little Deuce. Yeah, they got Deuce going over there. They ain't not giving a damn about no running back.
No, but what I'm saying is, like, my generation of Cowboys fans, Coach, were being arrogant and saying it was a done deal that the Cowboys were already going to trade.
Ain't putting no money in no running back position, man. They're not paying it.
Manzano, last week, right?
Yeah.
You know who this content creator is for the Dolphins.
Mm-hmm.
He came on the air at 2:45 last Tuesday and said it's just about a done deal. To that concept creator, who I have a lot of respect for, oops, it didn't happen. Again, you don't look. I know guys around here make money, get fans together. And you know what I mean? I'm the other way around. I go with facts. I don't make up stuff. Okay? If that running back wasn't gone by, like I said, 2:00 Tuesday, he ain't going anywhere.
Yeah, because let's be honest. You really think they need an elite running back? I understand he's not going to play, but let's be honest. That Anthony Richardson needs a good offensive line and a great running game. He's not as good as people make like his
exactly.
Like,
yeah, absolutely. He need that. Yeah, but Irsay don't want to pay the running back. He don't want to get no money.
He opened his mouth when that running back controversy happened. He was the owner that said that running backs don't deserve to get paid. And I understand where he was coming from, and I was with him. I came on the show that Monday night and said only people that needs to be paid and who wants to be people want to see is the quarterback. Then I thought about it. And I'm looking at quarterbacks like Cousins, Tua, Derek Carr, and I said, oh, they need a running back.
I mean, everybody don't have everybody don't employ Patrick Mahomes. Joe Burrow, he's a lead guy. You need a running back. Now Dallas, they think they can draft him one, so they're not worrying about it. Like they said, they think they got a Deuce Vaughn in the draft, so Dallas is just gonna go to the draft him for running back. They ain't paying that no more, because they got to pay defensive players. Go ahead.
Do you see who they got the Dolphins picking already next year's draft?
Who they got? I'm taking
that running back from Wisconsin.
Oh, okay.
Oh, what's his name again?
I don't know him, but he's the running back from Wisconsin, and they said underneath, no team needs a marquee running back more than Miami. I totally agree with
that. No, and then the second pick, they said they're going to draft Tyler Van Dyke with their second round pick.
I don't see the Dolphins doing that at all. No. I could see them taking a KJ Jefferson. I could see them doing that because that fits Mike McDaniel's system.
Oh, yeah. KJ reminds me a little bit of Colin Kaepernick, kind of. That type of quarterback.
I think he's a lot better than that because he is a pocket quarterback that can run. And his arm is tremendous.
Do you think, Coach, when it comes to with Trey Lance specifically, do you think his skill set actually fits McCarthy's offense, or do you think he needs more of a spread offense?
I mean, the guy couldn't stay healthy, so it's really hard to judge him because he couldn't stay upright. So I don't know what he fits in. I can't say it because
the tape you saw coming out of college is what I'm saying. Do you think he would fit in Mike McCarthy's offense, or do you think he's more of needs a more spread out offense like the offense you see with Patrick Mahomes with that spread coast offense?
Nah, he'll fit Mike McCarthy's system. Mike McCarthy do what he need to do with him.
And I had
the system around him. And we don't know.
I had eye test up here the other night. His worst nightmare, and I said it's going to happen. You could see the stars aligning. This will be 30 years to the year. Trying to think, I forgot the Charles Haley trade all over again.
Oh, absolutely. If Dallas make Trey Lance a viable player in this league, San Francisco goes down in hell. Yeah, it's gonna be bad for him. But we'll see. Like I say, I don't know what that kid can do. I would really want to hire the guy. So I just gotta see what they can do with him. See what Mike McCarthy can do with him. You know.
Jim's in the building.
It is what it is.
There you go. Yeah, I think that Kane says he's tired of Van Dyke and his bullshit.
First of all, let's blame that offensive line that got him injured with Manny. Manny Diaz refused to build an offensive line, so let's not blame all those injuries on Van Dyke. Canes, let's be honest. Let's not blame those injuries on Van Dyke when the idiot Manny Diaz refused to build an offensive line for him.
Canes, I'll let you pull up. I dropped the link so you and Manzano could go at it. Because this is Kane's love right here, the Miami Hurricanes. I'll let him. He can pull up and argue about this. I'll say it again. I'm not, I'll get back to the Hurricanes because I'm really pumped for this game Saturday. Remember, folks, triple header up here. Dion at noon Eastern time. Hurricanes at 3:30 Eastern time. Bama, Texas, 7 o'clock Eastern time up here. I'm going to have a long weekend. I have to come back Sunday morning and do the NFL pregame show.
And don't forget, I think I'm not sure if you're going to do the Michigan, the Notre Dame, Ohio.
Is Michigan playing Notre Dame? No, Notre Dame's at NC State this week. All right, he said out loud, he loves his goddamn Hurricanes. Bye, Van Dyke. F all that he is not a Mario Cristobal guy. Stop the cap. I get the feeling Canes is on the road. Usually when he does text, he's on the road. Yeah,
no, I see what he's saying, but let's be honest. Like, let's not blame his. Do you agree with me, Miss? Let's not blame Van Dyke for his inconsistencies and injuries.
Yeah, I don't blame him, but still, I don't like him because he's a prima donna. I do agree with Canes with that. He is
I like the freshman that played last. Emory Williams. Did you see how well that kid played?
Yeah. We were all watching it up here last Friday night. We were all up here watching the Hurricanes. Coach.
Yeah.
Coach, Plat has Alabama minus the 7. You going to take your Longhorns on Saturday?
Sure. I can't fuck with them. I can't trust them. I can't trust them. I can't trust these some bitches, man.
You're a smart Texas Longhorns fan. You're a smart Texas Longhorns fan.
Yeah, man, because like I say, man, I just wouldn't gamble on that game. If I was on God, I wouldn't touch it. What's the over on this game? What's the over under? What's the total?
I'll find out for you right now.
Yeah,
I got it for you.
Because if it's too high on that, shit, I wouldn't.
The point spread is 7.5, I think, right, Mish?
Yeah, Alabama. Yeah.
Yeah.
The over under, I think, was like 50. That's what was. That's what it was. Yeah, it was on BetUS. It was 50. The over and under was 50.
Oh, okay, 50.
What do you think, Coach?
I'll take that. I'll take the over on that.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna take the. I tell you, I love the Dolphins next week against New England. They begging me to take the 2 points. I'm definitely taking that's one of my. I got the Cowboys and the Dolphins next week. I just need one more for week 2.
How about the Chiefs?
Love the Cowboys getting the field goal. Love it.
How about the Chiefs? Who are they playing?
They're in Jacksonville. I'll find that out. Give me Emory or Brown any day of the week at QB. We got a bright future. Bro, I keep telling you, Miami Hurricane guys, for the last 3 years. You got the recruiter now. He's doing his damn job. We got 2 top 7 ranked 7 classes in the country again. The problem with the Miami Hurricanes is they got to start winning these games. And this Saturday is huge. And it's at home. Referees were against you a year ago. Okay, in College Station.
There were SEC referees. Let's not forget that.
Yep. I mean, it's a different story this time around. But that's why they play the games. I really want to bet on KC, but I'm not in the mood for an upset. Okay. He fears Detroit's going to pull it out.
Do you see? Hey, Coach. Can you see Detroit upsetting the Chiefs or no?
We'll get him back. He's at the gas station pumping his truck. I'll leave that alone. I'll let him answer that. Again, if you missed my picks for this week for college, I got the Hurricanes winning outright plus the 4 against A&M. And I got my Jacksonville State little football team for the 3rd week in a row plus 14.5 at Coastal Carolina. And everybody's telling me don't bet against the Coastal Carolina. Their home opener, by the way. Coastal Carolina. Refs is a serious. I don't trust them since
issue.
they robbed us of a national championship in 2002. I don't trust them one bit. Facts.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah. When you watch that game, Prince, when you rewatch that Ohio State Miami game, did you see any pass interference?
You talking about what's blown up?
Yeah, championship game in 2002. The Fiesta Bowl.
Oh shit, man! I think
Maurice
everybody.
Claret.
Yeah, I remember. Oh! Speaking of Maurice Claret, he made his.
Wait for coach to get a better signal. Still with us.
So Mace, taking your fandom as a Hurricanes fan out, when you rewatch
and
that
Murder
game,
Mace.
your
It is what it is. He was on there again. He was on there today.
Was he with Mason, this guy today?
Yeah, Maurice Claret. He was on there today.
Wow.
I wasn't even bring him up until you brought up Maurice Claret. I said, well, shit, we're going to bring him up. Well, go ahead. Would you? Yeah.
Oh, man, Zano asked you a question. Go ahead, Tony.
What I was asking, yeah, did you see any pass interference in that game?
There's always pass interference in every game. Well, you got to be more specific. Man, that's 20-something years ago, dog.
Now, let me go back to you, Coach.
I'm talking about...
What the hell did they have Maurice Claret for?
Hold on. What you ask me?
What the hell does Cameron and Mace have Maurice Claret for?
Hey, man.
He's trying to make money.
Show, man. Right. They don't care, man. They got it, you know. I don't know why he was on there, but I get it. They just want to get these guys that people hate, you know, guys that people. Hell, if Lawrence Phillips ass, you know, he dead wasn't so damn crazy and shit, he'd mess around and be on the show too, you know. So shit, I don't know, man. I saw it and I was laughing. You know, Maurice Claret, man. I was laughing, man. It was funny to me. I couldn't understand. I can understand OJ because OJ moves the needle.
By the way, OJ is very good on his picks, by the way, folks. I
Yes,
used to watch
is.
him on Twitter like 6, 7, 8 years ago. He is good on his picks, and he knoes how to draft fantasy football teams.
Did Maurice, Mason, coach, did Maurice ever amount to anything in the NFL?
Oh, hell no. He got
Hell
cut.
no, he was in prison, bro. That's why I brought it up. Why the hell did they have that one?
Yeah, he went to prison. He got it. He tried to contest the NFL to come in early, and he lost.
Mm-hmm.
Then Denver Broncos drafted him. He didn't even make it out of minicamp. And then, like I say, after that, he went to prison, and that was it.
That was it.
Yeah. Mike is doing well for himself because wherever he was in a nice place. He was in a nice place wherever he was doing his little, you know, satellite he was at, you know what I'm saying, his streaming site where he was at. So it looked like he's doing good for himself.
That's good for Claret. You know what he probably is? Because these college towns do this for their heroes. Like Ricky Williams is with the Longhorn Network now. He's probably with the Buckeye Network now.
Yeah,
with the Big Ten.
On. Yeah, that's what he had on. That's what he had on. He had all Buckeye stuff on. Yeah, he had all Buckeye stuff on. He had the Buckeye fleece on. He had all that on. So yeah, he probably do something for the Buck because he won a national championship. Yeah, them colleges.
They do that with Marino sometimes with Pittsburgh. They do that with Marino sometimes, Mace, with Pittsburgh. That he sometimes does, like if you do local, if you watch the SEC Networks, you can hear him doing commentary for some Pittsburgh games. Pittsburgh Panthers games.
Oh, okay. Today out of models, man, do something, make a couple of little speeches or something, and get them some money. So they good.
Coach, I'll be with you in a second. Keep talking.
Yeah. But yeah, Maury's correct type of guy, Dan Lawrence Phillips type of dudes. Yeah, it's always, it was some crazy catch, man, back in the day. You know, had some damn fools on the field. But had another dude that played for the Michigan State boys, Alonzo Spellman. He was a nut, you know. Who's another? No. They had another dude that up there at Michigan State when what's his name? A dude named Demetrius Underwood. He was a fool. Nick Saban was getting him on because up there at Michigan State. Yeah. So yeah. He was talking about when he had Mahmoud, I forgot his name, Musul Muhammad over there at Carolina Panthers. He did something stupid over there at Michigan State, and he kept him on the team. He cut him. But yeah, it is what it is. They're doing some crazy stuff over there, but it's all good. Pat McAfee show, it made his debut today. But it's all about tonight's NFL matchup. Kansas City Chiefs, baby. Bringing in the Detroit Lions is coming to town. They already there. They've already got the countdown over there. You know, I was over there at some spot. They already the countdown. Some of they 4 hours and 20-something minutes away. So they about 3 hours away now. So they start the coverage of the game. NFL's back. Good to see some real football. But yeah, I understand that Platinum don't like Dion, but them kids love Dion. Like you say, we got Bryce Underwood talking about he coming down there, the number one quarterback in the country. He's got Colorado on the list. Yeah. So, but it's all about the meat and potato guys for Dion. You got to get the defensive line and offensive line over there in both. That's what he got to get. So that's what's going to get him to the elite status. But when he gets to the Big 12, he'll be able to get all them meat and potato guys down there in Texas and down there in the South. So it's going to be good. What's going on, Mr. Miami? 305. Yeah, Mr. Miami. Shoot, Mace over there taking care of a little business. Oh yeah, man, appreciate it, Mr. Miami. Shit, just chilling. Shit, trying to get on over where I gotta go. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Trying to get where I gotta go. I'm on my way to Boston. Shit, that's what I'm on my way to.
$305 in the building.
Yeah, he up in here. You know, 305 had to come in here, Mr. Miami. Yeah.
Boston? What's up with Boston?
No, on my way. That's why I'm on my way to. Yeah, heading up to Boston. I'm a long way from Boston, though. I'm in Tennessee right now. I'm a long way to go. But yeah. Yeah, I was just telling about what I was going on in Miami.
Oh yeah, let me put it this way. Platinum went to bed, but one thing I'll say to him, we alienated this audience today, man. We had a full house in here. Once he started going off about Dion.
Oh yeah. Platinum Platinum is like your boy over there, Ed Walter. He's over there on the Mad Dog bench. Yeah, he over there with them guys, man. You know, Pop. Surprise, old Paul Firebomb, man, over there though. He ain't over there. Yeah, you know, Paul, you know, but Paul is waiting for Dion to lose. Then he'll be over there. Yeah, he just waiting for the light. Yeah, do you know how he get at? He just waiting for that get whooped by 30. And then he'll come on and tell Stephen A. Nah,
you
man,
know, I don't like Firebomb, and neither does Nick Saban.
No, man, he got the wrong guys over there with him. Yeah, he got that. Yeah, he got that. Man. Yeah.
They got bye Indians. Yeah, Saban. We was talking about Saban up here, and me and Platinum was saying that because Manzano asked him. I ain't get it, but I'll get it when I finish this platform. I'll text you back, 305. No problem. I'll text you back. By the way, your girl's on tonight, 8 o'clock, bro. Matter of fact, she's 7 o'clock. She's doing 2 shows. She's doing one at 2 o'clock this afternoon that ended already. Just to let you know.
Oh, you talking about China White?
Yeah. Anyway, love you, China. Anyway, getting back to his saying. Yeah, he was killing Tomlin again.
Oh, yeah. Platinum got that bullseye on. Yeah. He got that 30 out of 6 on him. Shit, he ain't playing.
Plat's good for business, man. I'm glad he came up with this idea to making some guys some money up here, bro.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so he got Baylor, he got Miami.
Okay, I'll give it to you. Nebraska +3. He expects Nebraska to blow Dion out. Alabama -7. Baylor +8 against Utah. Miami to win the game outright +4 against A&M. Tulane to cover against Ole Miss. Who else he got? He got that one. And he has Boise State to win outright at home against Central Florida. And his pros picks are he loves the Chiefs tonight, -4.5. He loves the Dolphins on Sunday, +3 in LA against the Chargers. And he loves the Jets to beat Buffalo outright, +2 next Monday night. And his opinion, if you want to take it, I jumped all over it way before he did. Steelers +2.5 against the 49ers. Miami says Colorado's going to win Saturday. I'll be up here at 12 noon, maybe a little earlier than 12 noon, so we could watch the Buffalo charge on the field with Dion running on the field with his players.
Yeah, all right.
Joe Plat is in his ecstasy right now. So is my man
Johnson.
Joe Plat is Colorado. He was the quarterback back in '99.
Yeah, but it's gonna be a big noon Saturday, so it's gonna be Gus Johnson and Joe Plat again.
Oh yeah. You know, Gus will be wherever Dion is.
Yeah, oh Gus.
Yeah, Gus will be doing that with Joe Plat. I'm trying to think the play-by-play guy for ESPN and ABC's with Herb Street.
Chris Fowler.
Oh, he's in his ecstasy. He's Colorado alums, man. 3:05. I'll be on at 12 o'clock on Saturday. Oh, 5 o'clock in the morning Saturday? Hell no, I'll be asleep, bro. I am not going to be on at 5 o'clock Saturday morning. No. There's no reason to. Okay? I don't tailgate.
So, man,
What's
Prince?
up, James? Miami's cracking up.
What's up?
I wish Manzano would have stayed. I would love you and Manzano go at it about Manny Diaz.
No, I'm not gonna. No, I'm not. Wasting my time with that. He has his opinion. I have my opinion. I respect that at that.
There you go. The way it should be. You're both supporting the same home team, so it really doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's why I respect what he has to say. So I just leave that alone.
I'll let you two guys talk for a minute. Let me handle this.
All right.
Yeah, man, y'all got the Aggies coming to town, man. Y'all ready?
Man, I'm not worried about that, honestly. I think we're gonna win.
Yeah, Jimbo like to go with the bed down there in Florida, man. You know what I'm saying? But he got Bobby Petrino over there calling play down there, though. Y'all better be ready.
Man.
That old man, that old man running offense now. He just ain't no head coach.
I mean, I got respect for him as a coach. I remember him as a head coach. He was pretty good.
Yeah, he was down at Arkansas.
Yeah.
He got caught with the chick, and then Louisville where he did the thing.
Yeah.
Then he went back to Louisville. And Lamar Jackson. Mm-hmm.
He's pretty good though.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, he's pretty good. So we'll see what he do over there with y'all, against y'all. Saturday, midday Saturday. Yeah, y'all the second of the triple header, You say you got Dion going 2-0 this week?
Yeah, I got Dion. Yeah, beating Nebraska. Yep.
Yeah, Nebraska got their butt whooped last week. So you got to see, Deion told him,
Well, Nebraska's not
really
really that
do
good.
it again. I want to keep it up. No, they're not. They really not. So we'll see what's up with them. Yeah, like I said, I think if they beat Nebraska, their season ain't gonna start to Oregon until they go to Oregon. That's when the real games come. Oregon
next week. Caleb Williams the week after in Boulder.
Yeah, Oregon's gonna smack them.
Bo Nix, and this is why people getting all hyped up about Deion's son. Bo Nix next week, Caleb Williams the week after.
Back-to-back losses.
And then all that Heisman talk and pro talk will go away.
Not necessarily. It depends on how the game goes. If it's 56 to 51, then Oregon. Then okay, the kid can shoot, and then they blame the defense.
I can see that against Oregon. USC, I'll give you a score of 58-26, which is
that could happen.
Yes,
that's gonna be.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that can happen. Only way that to me Deion gonna win those games. That means Travis Hunter is pulling Deion on him, taking interceptions back to the house and things.
I totally agree. He is unstoppable. Facts.
Yeah, man.
They're gonna have to steal some points on the defensive side of the ball. So that's what they're gonna have to do. They're gonna turn people over and make impact plays on defense. But the defense is not that good, so they gotta take advantage of teams that might be too cocky or might try to attack him a little too much. So that's what they better bet on. And then, like I say, Shador and Sanders and that offense staying on, they're just staying in the game, you know? That's what they got to do. But they can get their head busted. There's no doubt they can get their head smashed on this to opponents. But if they 3-2, I think nobody will be mad. They got Colorado State the next week. So they 3-2, everybody be happy. And then after that, 2 games. And after that, I think the rest of their schedule is a little easier.
They'll at least get a bowl game.
Right. And that's what they need. So, yeah. So I think they go 3. Their goal is to go 3-0 this stretch and split one of those games. They can split one of those games, but most likely they won't. And then they be cooking with gas. They can do that. And then now you which team you think they'd rather beat? Oregon or USC? Most likely it'd be USC if they want to beat it. Because of the quarterback. But we'll see, man. We'll see. But tonight is NFL night now. So, yeah, football night in America tonight. I don't know if it is. Yeah, I think a lot of people got that. Yeah. And even though I ain't heard nothing more on Kelsey. Is Kelsey out?
Oh, let's see.
They still got him as a game time decision.
Yeah.
What they got him as?
Let's see on their page.
You can go to CBS. You can go to CBS.com, CBSSports.com. You can pull that up. I always show that up. Who's in, who's out. I had to pull it up, but I'm on one thing.
He's listed as he's listed as questionable.
Okay, game time decision. All right, man. I don't believe he's playing, but I don't believe they're gonna play him. They're gonna sit him, and then he come back and play and take the 10 days off, and he be good to go. When they go to Jacksonville. Yeah, Kane. So, what do you think about that? What you thought about that Nick Bosa deal, man? What you thought about that?
Say what now?
That Nick Bosa. You know, got that 5-year, $170 million.
He deserved it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that man's been lights out ever since college and high school.
Right. Yeah, I'm back. What'd you say, Kane?
I said the man's been lights out since high school and college, so he deserves the money.
Yeah. Yeah, he got his money, man. Yeah, you know. Yeah, he earned it.
His brother's good too.
Oh yeah, you talking about Joey? Yeah.
Yeah, man, they both good.
Yeah, I remember old Joey Bosa. Yeah, down there with the Chargers.
Yep. I think if you have them on the same team, man, I tell you, it's over.
Yeah, I just think that. Yeah, I just think it is what it is. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like I was saying. Sorry about that, everybody. Oh, I was gonna say, yeah, you guys were talking about something. Go ahead. You guys forgot what you were just talking about.
Nah, man, we're talking about.
Hey, I did my thing today, bro. That was some great stuff with Platinum, man.
I
You know,
know. I saw that.
Manzana was pretty good too, but I tell you, Buffalo Dan in the chat room, boy, he was pissed at Platinum, bro. It's just who Platinum is. Certain guys Platinum likes, and me and Prince P knows, and certain people he don't like.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, he don't like Mike Tomlin, and he don't like him.
I mean, I'm a big Nick Saban fan, but I get a lot of pushback up here from the Dolphin fans who hate Nick Saban.
Oh yeah,
I get a lot of pushback up here for Nick Saban. That's right, 305 straight football season tonight. Let's go. That's right. I'll be back at 7:15 for the pregame show, everybody. And then I'll see you all tomorrow night. Yeah, man. I'm gonna put in my community page for everybody to see it. Over under. You get 4 picks. Over or under. And if you end up the winner with the most wins, you'll get a free authentic jersey of your choice. So we'll do that tomorrow night.
Oh, okay.
And the thumbnail will go up tonight so everybody can see it. I'm not going to be on 305 at 7 o'clock in the morning on Saturday. I'm sorry. I'm not going to be up when you hear the birds chirping, they're cutting the grass. I'm not doing that.
11 a.m.
He ain't been. Yeah. He said he ain't with the rooster. He ain't gonna be with the rooster crowing.
No. Now 8 o'clock Saturday morning. Yeah, I'll be awake. I'll be awake 8 o'clock Saturday morning.
He ain't coming on until
I ain't coming on until maybe a little bit early. I may come on 11:30. You think I'm getting up at 7 in the morning? I'll be lounging in my bed, ready to hit the shower. Steve DeBerg jersey. Well, Miami, if you put your picks in tomorrow night, you can win a Steve DeBerg jersey. I'll get it for you. I know what type of jersey you want with Steve DeBerg.
How many picks we get, Mace?
Say it again.
How many picks do we get?
4.
Okay.
They get your authentic NFL jersey, man.
Yeah, any jersey you want. When I did this the last time 3 years ago, the guy won, but he didn't want none. He said, "Yo, forget it." That's okay. You know what the problem is, Coach? A lot of these dudes, and this is what I got on Laura about the other night up here. Dudes only care about these women. I don't get it, bro. I really don't. I don't understand it.
Shit, a free jersey? Shit, man, I'll jump at that.
Yeah, any player you want, any your favorite player, you win this contest, whoever player you like, I'll get it for you. And I ain't gonna get you no fake
women are
bullshit either.
byproduct. The women are the byproduct of what you're on, man. So yeah, you supposed to be able to talk about everything else. How about them lads?
If you want an autographed helmet of your favorite player, I'll find that too.
Oh, okay.
Shit. Yeah, these guys and the women, bro. Again, like I said to Manzano earlier about the Dolphin coming to Buffalo Dan about the Dolphin crowd, I say about the manosphere. Stay away from the women, bro. It is a psychological sickness these guys got. Telling you. Oh, they want to talk about it. God. Don't worry, Coach. When we get to Rumble to Niggerland, I'm going to say the reason why these guys are stupid. And it's going to hurt their feelings, too.
Yeah, old Niggerland. Niggerland. Welcome to Niggerland. Oh, man. Oh, man. But yeah, that's funny though. Yeah, I mean, he got, you know, they're gonna talk about these women, man. They're gonna talk about shit. So
I'm not gonna get deep into it, but I will say this. If you don't got game, that's on you. That's not on the guys who do have game. Don't hate on the guys who got game.
I can't hate on the game, man.
Exactly.
Don't hate on the player, man. Don't even hate on the game. You gotta go get you something. But that's what's wrong with all these cats, man. They getting disgruntled because a woman ain't relating to what they
ain't no damn attention.
But they'll be all right one day. They'll be all right. They'll be all right when the swelling go down. They'll be all right. Just like the chick with the brick. She'll be all right when that swelling go down. Yeah.
Yeah, no. Brother Love, what's up, family?
Brother Love. What he talking about? Solutions? Yeah, Brother Love. Yeah. But nah, man. You know, it's good. It's all good, man. Yeah. The old Platinum was on fire today. That's right, Mr. Miami. Be like Booker T. Don't hate the player and don't hate the game. Yes, sir. Yeah, sucker. Don't hate no player, don't hate no game, sucker. Yeah, Booker T. Yeah. So what's the over? What's the over under? How many touchdown passes I'm gonna pass for tonight?
There we go, Coach. Yeah, man, I'm pumped up, man. I'm really pumped up for tonight. We're gonna. I hope that Mahomes puts on a show, man. Because if Mahomes pulled this off, folks, without Kelsey, what that proves to you is what I've been saying all along. when they traded Tyreek Hill, Andy Reid broke him down and built him back up to be a complete quarterback.
Yep, that's what he's doing. Absolutely, man. Well, Patrick Mahomes will win without Kelsey tonight. Yeah, he gonna be. Yeah, his legend is gonna go up higher, man. Yeah, you know. Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. I'm pumped up for Monday for tonight. I'm really pumped up for Saturday for the Hurricanes to see Nick Saban. And then Sunday, what? I'll be up here, folks, doing the Steeler game and doing I'll do Browns. I'll cut into the Browns whenever there's a score coming. Green Bay, Chicago, the NFL is loving this game, folks, but there is a dark side. Love may not have his two best receivers in Romeo Doubs and Christian Watson. So that's going to be a game time. And then the other game, and the other game I like, the other game that's a big game at 4:30 is the Dolphins and the Chargers, round 3, Justin Herbert against Tua. So that should be a great Sunday. And looking forward to it. You know what game I'm looking forward to next week, Coach?
What's that?
I am really looking forward to the Jaguars and the Chiefs. Jacksonville home opener.
Travis Kelce be playing in that game, so he'll be back.
Yeah, he'll be back for that one.
You got him as a game time decision though on the injury report right now. But I think everybody having a feeling he's not going to play tonight.
Canes, I think as entertainment value, it should be a high-scoring game in LA on Sunday with the Dolphins and Chargers. Entertainment-wise, it should be good.
I don't
watch football to be entertained.
But I don't have a pick. I gotta prove it. I'm not sold.
Okay. I get the feeling tomorrow night you're gonna pick the Dolphins and the under.
Nah, man. I'm gonna let them show me they can win. And Tua's gotta stop the BS.
Like I said, on the Dolphin team, I don't worry about Tua. I worry about that running game. If they can't run the football, then you better be worried about Tua because he's going to be a sitting duck.
Yep, and if he's figured out,
Miami,
bye-bye.
I'll see you tomorrow night, man. Miami ain't going to be up for the pregame show tonight. So we'll catch you tomorrow night after SmackDown. I'll be on doing those over-unders. So, yeah, Coach, you spread the word around the Black YouTubers. Well, if you win the over-under contest, you will win the authentic jersey of your choice.
Yeah, I spread it around. But yeah,
I'll get the thumbnail done tonight.
Mm-hmm. No, okay. Absolutely.
Post it up so and I put it on my community page too. Speaking of that, I wonder how many people. Let me check that out. How many people my community page question? No wrestling tonight. We'll see you tomorrow night. I'm going to Mom's tonight to watch her Mahomes tonight. Unless something crazy happens in the game. Like Detroit won on an interception late in the game while Mahomes threw a late touchdown pass with seconds left, then I'll come up and talk about it. We'll stay up for a few hours late tonight. I'll tell you one free agent. If I'm a team that needs a running back like the Dolphins, the one guy I want to invest my money in because he's hardly used and the Packers already indicated they're going to let him go, I will take a hard look at A.J. Dillon if I'm teams. And you could get him on the cheap.
Yeah, yeah.
You can get Dylan on the cheap, man. You really can. Let me see something.
Yeah, see, Kane's put in the chat. UNC wide receiver Tez Walker is denied his final year.
Okay.
Eligibility.
Peace, Mr. Miami. We love you, bro. All right. I'm ready to wrap this bad boy up. I'll just say this. All you guys, be back tonight. I'll be back on at 7:15, but especially be back tomorrow night. We'll be taking picks all night. And I'll write down everybody's pick. And whoever wins the contest, like I said, this is just the regular season. You will get the jersey of your choice. Coach, I really appreciate you coming by. And I meant what I said. When we get Niggerland started, you have an open invitation to come up in the panel and raise hell at people, okay?
No problem. I'll be over there. Yeah.
All right, man. Hope to see you tonight and tomorrow night. You can win the favorite jersey of your choice. Canes, I'll hit you up after dinner, bro.
All right, man. Later.
All right, man.
Have a good night.
Everybody from
Later.
I appreciate you guys. 305. Everybody that came in this afternoon for Platinum Elite, Mace Taggart, thank you for joining us for Plat's picks this week. Went 6-2 last week against the spread. And that ticker will be up every night until Monday night when we do the review. Okay? So I appreciate you. I'll be back for the Mahomes pregame show in Kansas City. So thanks for coming, everybody. Have a good afternoon. Canes, I'll call you like in about 45 minutes. Good afternoon, everybody. People in the clouds, thank you. Hit that like button and share this because we got picks on. And right now we're 6-2 after 1 week. So see you later, everybody. Appreciate you coming by. That's right, Jims. Hey, Jims, you better be in this contest, bro. You can do it any way you want. It's over unders. Thumbnail goes up tonight. Love you, bro. You too, Miami. Love you, man. You enjoy yours, bro. See you later, everybody.